All right, we are live. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to This Weekend Loaded. Like the thing said, we're live. At least I think we are. I hope we are. Yeah, welcome to what the hell episode is this? Number 154. Man, good lord. The show's just like going along. Next thing you know, you got 150 some episodes. Uh, so far tonight, we have Jason Stewart with us. How you night?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. Good to see everybody.
And we also have Rob D, New York Outcast, who for some reason sells gun displays. And yeah, that kind of
Hello,
stuff.
everybody. Doing well. Thanks for asking there, buddy. Yeah, I'm trying to
You didn't give me
somewhat
a
enjoy the
chance to
weekend,
ask, man.
get some stuff done. But that's about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us out there, folks.
You didn't even give me a chance to ask. You just started talking over me when I was doing the intro.
Oh, sure.
I tell you, some people.
But I don't want to
Yeah,
upset you, serial killer. So, yeah,
yeah.
people don't
Go
know,
eat a
but you were
salad,
just
Rob.
talking about pulling wings off bugs and throwing them in fires and watching them pop
That's not what
around.
I said. I
Oh,
said
my
take a
goodness.
spider and throw a spider in the fire and watch
Yeah.
it pop.
Oh, now
Uh,
it's different.
a little
And that's
torture,
exactly.
that's all.
Yeah. Hey, the spiders deserve it. Spiders deserve the devil. Well, some spiders. Anyway.
I tell you, I like purposely go out my way not to kill them. I don't see problem with spiders. I deal with them at work all the time. Sometimes every corner of the house I'm in's got two or three spiders. I just don't kill them. I was just like, better get out of my way, little guy, and I'll do things to keep from boards hitting them, and I spare their lives on thousands of occasions. And
Yeah, generally
here
speaking.
for all my generosity, I got one come bite me for no damn reason.
Yeah, right. Generally speaking, spiders don't bother me in and of themselves. The thing that bugs the shit out of me is those creepy ass, furry ass centipedes.
The only thing I really don't care for is ticks, man. I really get irritated with them fuckers.
Yeah. But you ever get those like big furry centipedes in your house? Ew, those things are creepy looking. They look like something from another goddamn planet.
Oh, the ones are really dangerous if they sting you.
Oh yeah, no, they
Um,
bite.
yeah, they bite.
Yeah.
I know a guy that stuck his hand in a pair of gloves and got bit by one, and he
Mhm.
damn near lost his hand.
Oh yeah, they can be nasty. They got a nasty bite on them.
Yeah, he was like in the hospital and everything. One of those super great big fat furry ones, man. You're right. The
Hmm.
ones about like a inch around. Yeah,
Yeah,
those are dangerous as hell.
yeah, and they're creepy as hell looking. Like I said, it looks like something out of Star Trek or something. It looked like the things that Khan put in their ears in Star Trek too. Tell me they don't. Tell me they don't look like that. Only furrier. Those things are nasty looking. And Rob's got absolutely no comment on any of this. I think we're
I'm
freaking
just
him out.
waiting for like a giant beetle to show up and bite your head off or something for karma.
Oh man, I've been bit by Japanese beetles before. Those little bastards hurt. Those little red beetles that get in your garden and shit. We had one get in the house and it somehow got underneath the covers on the bed, bit the shit out of my leg. Little bastard.
The way I see it, if you're in the house, you got to go unless you're paying rent. So If I can get you easily, I'll try to get you out. Sometimes it just don't work that way. You know, Mother Nature's a bitch.
I didn't know the damn thing was there until it bit me. Hell, I didn't
Yeah.
even know Japanese beetles bite. I handled those in my mother's garden all the time without getting bit. This one, it decided it was just going to tear into my leg.
Yeah, they bite.
I had blood running down my leg and shit. Took a little chunk of skin out, little fucker. Anyway, yeah. So I really didn't have much planned for tonight. Got Memorial Day observation tomorrow, so either you guys doing anything, having a picnic or going to cemetery to commemorate graves or anything?
I need to go out to my grandpa's grave, but wasn't on planning on having anything. No parties or dinners or anything. I'll probably oh, I've been cleaning the house the last couple of days. I still got about half a day's worth of that. It's probably what I'll do on my day off.
About you, Rob? You anything planned tomorrow?
Work, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the same with my wife. For the last few years, since she's been working at the dialysis clinic, she's had off on Memorial Day, but this year they decided they're going to have the dialysis clinic open, so she's got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm crunched because of weather. So, working on a roof. So I got a stretch with 2 days that are guaranteed good. And then it gets sketchy after that. So I figure that will hopefully give me enough time to get most of the house done itself. And then garage, I got to rip sheeting off and all types of stuff still. So even the house is a tear off. So I'm going to be pressed on the 2 days getting it all completely 100% done, me and the lady, but we'll see.
At least they're calling for decent enough weather tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of cleaning off my reloading bench and my dealing with my reloading stuff and gun stuff, and then I got in the middle doing the hammer and trigger job on this gun and kind of got distracted, so I only got like part of my bench cleaned off.
Yeah.
I've been rounding up tools, worked in the garden today. Get things together, double check everything, tear off tools, all that type of stuff. Get everything prepped, ready to go. Wheelbarrow, boards that I can use to wheelbarrow into the dumpster and then up the pile, and all these types of things. Tarps, ground tarps, roof tarp, brand new, just in case, because you should never do a roof without a tarp. I don't care what they tell you on the news, but so, yeah, trying to get all that stuff together. Lady's going to use the store points in the truck now for gas because we got like 90 cents off a gallon. So figure might as well throw that in. It's good for 20 gallons. So pick up some drinks, ice, load a cooler, all this type of stuff. And before long, I'll even have my laundry laid out and ready to go for the morning. Work gloves. It's work before work, and then work after work. It's the way it goes.
Yeah, when we were doing the show earlier, my wife, our future son-in-law, my daughter's fiance, he let us have his old air conditioner because he doesn't need it anymore, and he was storing it in his basement, so it was all dirty and stuff. Wife takes that side to clean and everything. Finds out that the goddamn knobs are busted off the front, so can't use it. And then she tells me, well, yeah, when we were getting it out of the car, our daughter decided that instead of waiting for her brother to get the air conditioner and carry it in, she was going to try, and she dropped it on the ground. So when she dropped it, she broke the goddamn knobs off of it.
Man, I haven't seen knobs on an AC in I don't even
Oh
know
yeah,
how long.
oh yeah, they
Like
still make them.
every AC, I got 3 right here. They all got push buttons. Yeah, with the
Yes,
digital crap and whatnot. So
just
that's
bought.
weird.
We just bought 3 small 5,000 BTU units for the bedrooms upstairs. They all have knobs on them, brand new.
What brand is
It's
this?
like
Like some like
no, you get
are
the
knobs
higher up
coming
brands.
back? Or-
No,
Yeah.
these ones are Medina or something like that. But you also see Whirlpool and Black and Decker and Frigidaire. They all have ones now. They're going back to the knobs again. You can get some with the
Wow.
push button
Wow.
and then some with
I just
knobs.
had to get kitchen stuff, and a knob turned out to be an issue as far as a dishwasher. So the lady ended up going with it because it's got a manual lock, and that's what she really wants, and simplicity because everything else burns up in 2 years, and blah 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 blah, whatever.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, that's strange. Yeah, I guess that's a new one to me. So
Yeah, I mean, serious.
well,
Show you.
you can rig something up. You got a hot glue gun.
No, well, we do, but the way these knobs are busted, it's like down inside the thing. The
Yeah,
plastic
we
inner
set it in
knob
the area a little
busted.
bit.
Yeah, if we tried
Yeah,
hot gluing it, we're not able to make it where you can't turn the knob at all at that point because of
because
where it's at.
maybe cut a pen tube, marker tube, something like that, slide it down and fill it with hot glue and give it, a little bit, and
Yeah,
you should be able to turn it.
yeah. She's also worried that if she broke the knobs off, who knows what other damage she did to it. So she doesn't want to try fixing it. And I told her we might be able to fix it.
If they,
She's like, no.
if they
She's
leak
scared.
or they don't, I don't know. Well, not they leak or they don't, but you know what I mean. Probably
Yeah.
be fine.
Where the
Yeah,
knobs
that's what I'm
broke
saying.
off.
Or something.
You know how women are, Rob.
Oh yeah, well, I know.
Yeah, like
Shit, I
Buck
can't
says,
tell you
man.
how many appliances I've changed because they've made a funny noise and the wife freaked out. So, and you test them, everything's fine. I don't know what to do. I think they just say that shit to get new appliances, but whatever.
Like Buck says, can you get on it with a pair of needle nose?
No, it's too far down in there to where it's snapped off. You can't. I tried to stick a pair of needle nose in there. You can't get a hold of it.
See, if you've ever been poor, you'd figure out a way.
Oh yeah, I could figure out ways to do it, but she's like, no, we'll just get a different one. I mean, they don't cost that a whole lot either. I mean,
Yeah, I'd have the wires for the plugs hanging out the front of the damn thing twisted together.
oh, I've Mickey Mouse together some air conditioners in the past. Screws for knobs and shit. Yeah. Yeah. See, here's a new Whirlpool one. The exchange wants 159 for it, and see, it's got knobs on it.
That's
Brand new.
crazy, man. That's crazy. It's old school. I mean, yeah, they probably last longer. They won't burn up as quick.
Mm-hmm.
But that's you don't see that much. So that's odd.
No.
Those are coming back, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I never understood? I started seeing these air conditioners, and they come with a remote control.
Yeah, we had some that did.
Okay, that window air conditioner, that's designed to turn it on and leave it on.
Oh,
If
shit,
you're
this
going
one's
to turn
got
that on and off all the time, that's where your electric bill's going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
It takes sometimes a day or two for that thing to run till that pump loosens up to where it doesn't have as much draw on your electricity. It's cheaper to leave that run all the time than it is turn it on and off. So
Yeah.
you don't want to turn your thing on and off too much. So you don't need a remote control. And if your ass is too lazy to get up and go over and turn the air conditioner up or down or whatever, then I don't know, man. I don't see why you need a remote on an air conditioner.
Well, I've known
Yeah, they
people
got
that
remote for ceiling fans now.
I've known people that had their air conditioners mounted up high to where you couldn't reach up and hit you had to have a remote for it.
Okay, I'll give you that, but still, in most cases, no.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to be playing with it. And if you need to turn it on and off, you're so lazy to go over there, then I don't know.
Yeah, but
That's just lazy.
this one here, this is the same brand as the ones we got at Walmart, and the ones we got at Walmart had that the knobs on it. This one has the push button, but they only want
Yeah, one of them
119 for
got
this.
a remote. But they're pretty much all, you just program them to the temperature, and then they'll stay. If it gets to the level you want, they shut off, and then if somebody opens doors, this and that or whatever, they'll kick back on. It might not be the best, most efficient way, but they are Energy Star. So, but it's all push button. So
No, even the ones with the knobs are
I don't
Energy
use the
Star.
remote. I set it and forget it usually. So if it's hot enough to throw it in, it's usually hot enough to turn the damn thing on.
Yeah,
So the way I look at
the,
it, and
the
then
ones we
set it and
the one,
pull it out when I'm done, or clean filters. But
yeah, the ones we had when we lived at my wife's grandmother's old house, those were 400 and some dollar air conditioners with the remotes and everything. Pisses me off because they walked away. They were supposed to be in storage at her mother's house, and they got up and walked away.
Well, hey, Buck.
Hey, Jason, Rob, Rich, how's everybody doing?
Yeah,
we're
right.
going. Got mac and cheese tonight, so I'm doing well.
Yeah, Gun Tony Pacifist out there being a smartass. He says he has 9 air conditioners. They're called windows. Yeah, but he lives up there in the frozen Arctic of New Hampshire too. So.
Yeah, it don't get hot up there.
Yeah, right. What's he get, like a week of summer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry you had to sit in the green room for a while, Buck. Nobody told me you were back there. I was on a different page looking at the air conditioner.
Don't worry about it. I was still typing it when you let me in.
Ah. No, Pacifist says it gets hot for 2 weeks up there. Shit, that's nothing.
Hell, and we already hit over 95 degrees already this year.
Yeah, we did too, man. It was that. Why do you think I was as sunburned as I was from going to that concert?
Because you got drunk and passed out.
No, I wasn't drinking.
I ain't no Vanilla Ice concerts got that damn hot.
Yeah, it wasn't Vanilla Ice,
Right.
man. I got pictures and the ticket stub to prove what concert I was at.
You can buy all that online, Rich.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Print any of that shit off if you really want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go find a front row video to any concert nowadays, man.
Yeah, it wasn't a video, and it's not front row, and it's not very. Some of them, like the Blackstone Cherry, the pictures are like washed out because they were doing it right at sunset, so it wasn't the best lighting.
Yeah, it sounds like that Sig and you had.
Photoshop.
Rich is into bootlegging now.
Well, we were allowed to take pictures with our phones, but you weren't allowed to have flash photography, so you couldn't have any cameras in there. I could have took some really good pictures if I'd had been allowed to take my camera.
I heard you blaming the phone the other day. I don't know what show you were on, but you were blaming the phone about the light settings, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, there really isn't.
He started chewing in my ear, like, doesn't he know you can adjust that in your settings? And
no,
most phones have night mode.
That's not what I'm talking about. Totally different settings, man.
Totally okay, all right. I don't know, man.
Aperture settings, ISO settings, all that kind of good stuff. That you can change how much exposure your camera gets and to the light and all this other kind of stuff. That you can't do that with your phone. Phones aren't made to do that kind of stuff. Well, I take it back. There was one phone it was that Motorola one that had the thing where you clipped it on, and it had like all your camera stuff was in the part that clipped onto it. That nobody liked because the phone sucked.
I don't know. All I'm saying is I see a lot of good pictures that come from cell phones at concerts at night. I mean,
Well, this
crap,
wasn't at night. Like I said,
we
this was at
got some
sundown.
video up.
Yeah, this was at sundown, and the sun was like right there next to the stage as it was going down, so it was like washing out the light and stuff. There was with a phone, there was no way to fix that. I've taken photography classes and stuff when I was getting my degree, the crime scene photography and stuff, and we had to learn how to do all that kind of stuff with an actual real camera, and you can't do it with a phone.
Yeah, I took photography. Got to hang out with the cute chicks in the dark room.
No, that would have been in high school when I was in photography club. Crime scene photography, it was all digital. There wasn't no dark room.
Ah, digital, so you can alter it. I get it now.
No, because the metadata. Remember the metadata in the trial at the what's his face Rittenhouse trial? I know all about the metadata. When they were talking about it, it was like, yep, that picture was all. That's how they knew that the prosecution altered the pictures because the metadata didn't match.
But yet the data matches with you at the Vanilla Ice concert.
I wasn't at a Vanilla Ice concert. So.
Now, what you been up to, Buck? Doing anything special this weekend?
No, not really. Just sit around the house trying to get some stuff caught up around here and stuff. I don't have time during the week. Well, nothing special.
Getting things caught up. I mean, that's important too. Still loving my sign.
I hope you enjoy it.
I do.
Yeah, I finally got everything in to build another reloading table. I'm gonna make one about 8 foot long.
Hell yeah. I got mine's like 72. Was that 6 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah. 8 foot would be real nice.
Yeah, my old ones. I still got that. That's 6 foot. I'm gonna put it in like a little L shape, so I can have everything just set up and just walk the stage.
Gonna have a little mini fridge put in down there. Coffee pot.
Hell no, not no mini fridge. I got a new fridge coming, full size.
Yeah, well, you only have to get up. You can just get one of them rolling stool chairs and just keep pumping ammo out.
Yeah, that's
When
what
you
I'm gonna
get too
do.
much, you can send me some.
Come on down here and pick it up.
Yeah, you know how much it would cost to send you ammo?
Not
You
as
can't
much
send
it costs to drive there.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I don't know because you got to send it FedEx or UPS, so it could cost you just as much. You can't send ammunition through the U.S. Postal Service. It has to go FedEx or UPS.
So you guys gonna come over tomorrow, help me tear a roof off?
Yeah, no, I'd have to start walking now, Rob. That ain't happening.
Come on, man. I'll hook you up.
I was hoping you was gonna come over here and help me build this table because it's got hammer and nails and shit. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
used to that. I need nuts and bolts and wrenches.
What kind of Amish table did you buy, Buck?
Nah, I just got it's what is it, Simpsons brackets that hold the 4x4 and you got the 2x4s coming off of it. Just gonna be a 2x4 table.
Uh huh. Bought the table leg brackets and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's affordable. Usually stuff like that. Uh, shoot, I seen some of these things over at like Home Depot, Lowe's clearance. They call them like benches, work benches. Oh my God! Like I swear they're just decorations to throw your keys on or something. Like these are not work benches. You know what I mean? like it's
Man,
amazing stuff. Some of the stuff
workbenches.
they're selling. They want like $700 for this thing. You know what I mean? It looks like it's cut out of like stamped sheet metal and stuff. Like you got to be kidding me! Like
Yeah,
oh man.
workbenches. The price went up a couple of years ago, and then they went up after COVID and everything. They're really high, man. Like a workbench a few years ago, you would have thought you'd paid like $150 for. That's $350 now.
Oh shit!
All that stuff is just high dollar, and if you get anything that's even remotely heavy duty, you're paying for it, man. But even right now, these $300, $400, and $450 workbenches are super thin metal, super cheap, super made in China, and I've always been on the lookout for more benches and stuff, and they're all the same. Doesn't matter where you get it from, Lowe's, Menards, Home Depot, whatever. Craftsman's, they're all the China stuff, man. It's the exact same stuff. And the price is high, man. It really is. It's like amazingly high. I got a couple workbenches I haven't put together from Craftsman, and I gave like $225 a piece for them. And I thought that was high because they used to be like a $179 bench, but I gave like $229 for them and got two of them several years ago here. And those same benches right now are like $440.
Yeah. You want to hear something interesting? Because we talked about this before, you and I, Jason. Video cards have gone down even more. You can actually get 6600 XTs at MSRP now, or below MSRP, new, in box.
I can
What's
tell
the
you
one-
plywood ain't come down. So
Yeah, the one thing that the price is decreasing on are freaking video cards. Everything else is going up.
Yeah, I heard the prices slam back to normal all of a sudden.
But the bubble burst on the mining, the crypto again. So
Yeah, now the prices go down a month after I buy a video card. I see how it goes.
which one did you buy again?
The 6600 Ti,
Oh, the same one I got, the 66.
1660. Yeah.
Stacy's after says they had fun heckling the protesters.
I think I paid
Stacey.
$74 a sheet for the brown 5/8 zip sheeting for roofing. $74 a sheet. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was looking at some of that today, and that's gonna be my downfall. Because I ain't got nothing for the top yet.
We had some protesters here, like 10 people on the street corner protesting, keep abortion legal. I flip them all out, the bird out the car window, and my wife's like, you shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, fuck them.
What you need is a sign that's got like inside the waistband holster and an outside the waistband holster on it, and you can put on it, "My body, my choice."
Mm-hmm.
If you're not looking for anything too heavy duty, Buck, you can buy a countertop. I mean, it's standard in stock, like 8 foot, I think about 125, $150. But unfortunately for the 8 foot, but they should have that at any Lowe's, Home Depot, and they're not too bad. Obviously you can custom set it up, drill holes where you need to. But other than that, you're probably your cheapest way that I can think of is a sheet of plywood, which is still going to be about $70, like if you're getting 3/4 or something. So just something to consider there. But if you, depending how wide your top is, depending on how wide your top is, you might be able to rip it in half. and then make a shelf down below too to hold some of your supplies. You
Yeah,
know,
I,
so you
I,
kind
I
of
was gonna go.
keep
I'm
that.
gonna make it like well, a little less than 2 feet wide. That way, I can just rip one in half and make topping that shelf down there.
Well, I tell you
Yep.
this, Buck, you're gonna
Well,
want to, no matter what plywood you buy, like 3/4 of an inch, you're gonna want to double that. You're gonna put two of those on top of each other and have like 1.5 inch top. Trust me, you're gonna
you
want
needed
to.
that solid
That
for reloading.
yeah, yep. Especially like if
Wow.
you're gonna do
Okay.
on the press
Okay.
priming or anything, you will pull and wiggle that press will move and flex on you. A 3/4 inch top is not strong enough. I cracked and busted a 1 inch thick top just sizing bullets with my rock chucker. And it was hard on it. It loosened it up by on the press priming on it, but that was a 1 inch top, and that wasn't enough. But what I suggest, is two on top. But you're talking about trying to get two pieces out of one sheet, so you're going to have to be a little less than 24 inches. You're going to lose your 1/8 of an inch of your saw blade.
Yeah.
But I noticed on my benches are 24 inches, and it's just slightly long. I would prefer to have a bench that was more like only 20 inches wide, because with your pegboard or some shelves or anything you put behind the bench, for me, and I'm almost 6 foot, normal size, I got probably a little extra longer arms. It's just too hard to reach and get stuff at 24 inches away. You know what I mean? 20 inches is just like seems perfect, but 24, your body's against the bench and you're reaching pretty far. And if that's anything I could do to my stuff, I would have them. Like I said, I'd shorten it down to about 20 inches wide, just because 24 seems nice and great. But like I said, if you put a pegboard up or put some shelves or something behind the bench, keep the bench out from the wall, that 24 just begins to be too far away to grab anything handily.
Well, depending how low you would put shelves, wouldn't they, extrude onto your bench at some point too? I mean, at a certain height, they'd almost be sitting on your bench. You know what I mean? So maybe I can just consider the depth of your shelves too, or whatever. If you're putting shelves or pegboard, but if you do pegboard is probably different. But if you do add dimension width to the back, you're shortening the top. You know what I mean? Your available space. So unless you're having them up, 20 inches or something, so it'll clear anything you're doing. But yeah, we're making this confusing for them probably, or just throwing too much stuff out there, but. But
No, I understand what y'all talking about, but I'm gonna have separate shelving at the end of my workbench. I'm gonna have about 4 foot, I think. I'm
so
gonna
your
put
wall
shelving
behind it will be flush then, basically. Yeah, nothing on your wall or whatever, or something. If it is, it's just direct to the wall. Yeah, then
Well,
shorten it up.
well, behind the table, I'm gonna put like a 1x6, just like a splash board.
Yep.
And then that's going straight up against the wall.
Yeah, you should be fine. I just give you my recommendation. If you're 24 inches or less, you'll be okay. Don't try to go over that. Don't try to make it 30 inches, or you will be really sorry.
Oh, no, hell no.
But if you could get two sheets out of it, or want to get two top pieces out of one sheet, and you want to square everything up, just make it like 23 inches, 23.5 inches. That way you can clean up the board.
My son is going to make me a tabletop out of black walnut, I think he said. And do that, what the hell is that damn resin? Put it in resin. And we're going to take
make it look
like
marble.
different size ammo casings and
for
stuff.
your reloading bench.
Yeah, and put in it.
That's gonna look awesome, man.
Yeah, it's work in progress. He thinks I just got one 6 foot. I ain't told him about the 8 foot one I'm building yet.
That's cool. Yeah, that'd be another good reason to double up then. Get a nice solid base.
Yeah, I asked him, I said, can you make it like 3/4 or 1 inch thick? He said, yeah, I can make it any thickness. So I can just tell him, go ahead and get me 1 inch thick on that.
That stuff is expensive.
How tall are you gonna make it? You think?
Uh, the the table I got in there come from Home Depot a couple years ago, and it's one of those wooden work tables that fold up. Paid like $75 for it, and I think that's like what I measure 34 inches tall. I think it's 34 inches tall with a 3/4 top on it. So that
Are you
seems to be.
sitting when you reload or standing?
I can do both comfortable.
Okay, because I was
Yeah,
gonna say I'd take, personally take your measurement from whatever position you plan on being in more, and go with your, what's naturally where your hand's gonna go. So if you get what I mean, like, sit down in the
Well,
chair you're gonna use and put your hand out to your working surface area, because if you're building it for you, it could be custom, so it might as well be perfect.
Yeah,
well,
what you want is I'm all the way up at like I think I'm at 40 and a half or 41 and a half, and I got another bench that ends up being at 37, and 37's usable, uh, but I'm using a riser stand from Inline Fabs, which puts everything right back up in the top of the
yeah,
press at like
that's what I'm gonna get.
44. So if you're gonna use one of those like ultra mounts, you're okay to be down in the mid range in the 30s, because you're gonna be adding 7 to 9 inches before the press even gets bolted. But if you're using your presses bolted like right to a plate, right to the bench top, I like mine up there at 40 some inches. That way, when the press lever's all the way down, you're not crouching down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To get there. That's how I came up with my measurement. Is you just don't want to keep crouching down all the time. I want it to still have plenty of arm travel. And up there at 40 some inches, I got like a shop bench chair. You know what I mean? Adjustable chair, and it lets me sit down or stand up perfectly fine. Like I said, without having to stretch too far down or lowering your shoulder to do that press handle.
yeah. My Rebel press I built a little. I'm gonna eventually get that inline fabrication riser, but I just built a block of, if you want to call it that, it's a mess out of was it 2x12s? So it's like 12 inches high, 12 inches wide. So that works fine with me sitting or standing.
Yeah, that inline fab mount is the best, man. They are
Yeah.
solid. It will not move. It will not rock or tilt. They are rock solid, man. They're well worth it.
Yeah, my little Lee press, I just got that bolted to the table. The only thing I'm gonna do with that is I got a universal depriming die in that, and I can sit right here in my chair and do that perfect while I'm talking on the damn internet and shit. Same with my progressive, it's close enough to the computer where I could just sit there and talk and bullshit and make 9 millimeters.
Yeah, yeah. Those inline fab mounts. That's the way to go, man. That is
You
the way to
know,
go.
you do work at a garage type deal. I think maybe you could snag some rims, do some tack welding, and build a table right out of that.
Yeah, I was thinking about they got some sitting out there, but that's just too goddamn heavy for me and the wife to move around and shit.
Yeah, and it's probably easier, quicker just using lumber anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you can get creative, come up with some cool stuff though. Like,
Man,
cut one of them truck rims right in half, and then use it. Put the flat side down, put the two round sides together, so you got a top and bottom flat side, weld them together, and find something cool to use for a top or string them together, whether it's a damn rear end out of a vehicle or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Some of that stuff's pretty dang cool, but definitely probably not light though. And then once you get it
No.
all built, how you moving that damn thing? If you're not rolling it in with a forklift, then it's probably
Like
not the best idea.
all the stuff I work on is them damn 18 wheelers, and that shit's heavy. Like I got 2 drums out there now. I'm thinking about making one of them into a stand for the grinder, and maybe one for a vice.
You talking about the drum brake?
Yeah.
Oh man, when I was working at Greyhound, they shipped 4 of those on a pallet on a bus that they expected us to move from the bottom of the one bus to the bottom of another bus without a fucking forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't fun.
No, that wasn't happening. Like, the supervisor called down to Richmond, which is the East Coast service hub for buses, and they're like, there ain't no way in hell we're moving this thing. Well, don't you have a forklift? He's like, no, we don't have a fucking forklift. He went off on them. They assume because they have forklifts and all this shit in Richmond that we had them in Pittsburgh. He's like, no, we don't got no fucking forklift.
Yeah, that's the one I worked at. Was the one in Richmond.
Oh, so you know exactly what I'm talking about then.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been back in 95.
That's probably about what time I was working down there, 95, 96.
Shit, you might have been the guy the supervisor called him chewed out.
Nah.
No.
Because if it was me, I would have told him kiss my ass.
Yeah. Well, that's basically what he told the guy we had on the phone. Like, you can kiss my ass. There ain't no way my guys are going to hurt themselves trying to move that goddamn thing. You got 4 of those damn things on a pallet. You get 4 strong guys that trying to push that out of a bus, and you're not moving it. You're like, well, can't you put the bus right next to another one and push that across? And he's like, no, we can't do that. How the hell do you expect us to do that?
Best thing I could tell you is grab a chain, put them 2 buses right side by side, grab a chain, run it through one bus out to the other one, and just hook up somebody's vehicle to it.
Yeah, about the only way you were going to do it. Somebody with a 3/4 ton pickup truck. Shit. Yeah, 3/4 full ton. There's no way there was no way manpower was going to push that damn thing across from one bus to the other. That weighed way too much. That was like 1,000 pounds or more, you know.
Yeah, I worked with a guy one time, man. He's a big son of a bitch. He was like about 6'6", man. Good, solid, young guy. I seen him take 2 boxes of brakes, stick up underneath his arm, reach down and grab 2 of those truck rims, one in each hand, pick them up,
holy fuck,
and walk across the fucking shop.
So you know how
yeah, you my buddy.
Yeah, you know how those luggage bins are. I mean, you worked on those buses. There is no room where you could push them by hand. No. What do they expect us to do? Crawl in the bin and try pushing with no leverage? You know, it's like the person that he had it on speakerphone. So we're all in the office. There's like 3 of us in the office with the supervisor listening to this guy on the phone, and we're trying not to laugh so bad because we just wanted to crack up because the guy sounded like a complete and total moron on the phone. Because he called, we did a shift meeting every morning after the first rush went through, and he's like, "Why can't you guys move that pallet that they have from the one bus to the next?" It was like, Byron. By the way, this was Byron Leftwich, the NFL quarterback. This was his grandfather. He was my supervisor at Greyhound. Anyway, I don't know why I just threw that out there because I was. But anyway, we like, come on, we'll show you, Byron. We get out there, and he's like, "How the fuck are you guys supposed to move this?" He's like, this is what they're. He was like, this is what they're complaining about hasn't gotten moved. I was like, yeah, that's what they're complaining about that hasn't gotten moved yet. And he's like, oh no, no, we're not having this. He's like, come on guys, we're going. We on back in the service office. He calls Richmond and he just laid into whoever the hell he had on the phone, and the guy deserved it because he sounded like a complete total ass on the phone. The guy did. I don't know how this guy got his job. I don't know whose dick he was sucking. The guy was a moron.
Yeah, one of my supervisors down there, I can't remember his name, but I know his face. I recognize him anywhere. But he got caught. His next door neighbor, I think her husband left her or some shit. But he snuck over her house, put fucking cameras in the house, and had video of her and shit inside the house. And they caught his ass, busted him.
I wonder if it's the same guy.
Fucking pervert.
Yeah, people are bad, man.
That's pretty bad, man. Like spying on in your own home. I mean, some of the motherfucker put hidden cameras up. Damn.
It's becoming a lot more common. Like, you can actually get things you can order now to kind of look for signals and stuff. But you go out places, things like, look at it. You guys seen all those tanning bed videos? Like, there's always every other week somebody getting busted. Public pools in the changing rooms, anywhere somebody can go in and out of regularly, I'd be cautious. Like, I check hotel rooms, that's one of the reasons I don't do Airbnb, because they for one, is private homes. For two, you never know who the hell's there. And, you're not going to have the same backing as if it was a hotel chain. So I don't know. I think, a lot of people, they're not careful. In cruise ships, it's happening all the time on cruise ships. And from what I hear, if it's out in international waters,
I don't think they can do anything about it, can they?
They can't really. I mean, if somebody wants to volunteer the information, whatever, but they'll do the little investigation, but that's about it. And that's the same thing for like rape and stuff. So you got to be careful as hell. Like, that's all the stuff they don't want to tell people. You know what I mean? But statistically, every year there's a lot of victims of stuff. So,
technically they can prosecute you in the world court, but it's harder to do than
they don't.
Court.
Yeah, they don't. I don't know. Maybe if you're like a senator or something, but you know what I mean. So I don't know. You always check your stuff, man.
Yeah, hey, international waters, that's Interpol jurisdiction and world court jurisdiction, and it's very hard to get them to do anything.
Hey, if somebody placed a camera in your home, that would be like illegal, right?
Yes.
Okay, not only just trespass, where that'd be illegal. So there's nothing they could attain with that camera to prosecute you with a crime, right? Because the camera ain't supposed to be there in the first place.
Doesn't matter, Jason. It's independently gathered evidence. Anything that they find on that camera can be used to prosecute you.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yep.
But landlords that come in and do a courtesy check every month or whatever, they want to check on the place, make sure you're not destroying, and keep an eye on all that shit. Like, you should go after this and like Google like hidden cams, things like you can buy smoke detectors, you can buy coat hangers, receptacle plugs, you name it, you can buy it that's got a camera in it, and it's cheap as hell and simple to put in.
Yeah, you can buy
you got to be close, but you know what I mean, when you're renting places like this, or the guy works there and is going to be in there cleaning the room later that night anyway. You
can buy teddy bears. Like, you can have, if you have a daughter, like,
I'm talking regular items. Like, if it don't look right, keep an eye out.
Yeah, because you can buy a teddy bear that'll have a camera hidden in it. There was a guy who found his daughter was given a teddy bear by her boyfriend, and the teddy bear had a spy camera in it.
Yeah, that's been going around for years for the nanny cams and crap like that. And everybody knows about that stuff. Everybody doesn't know about
everybody knows about it, but yet people still use them.
People are stupid, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
We should be thankful. That's why the meth lab gets pulled over for a blinker out. You know what I mean? We should be thankful.
Yeah, the dad called the cops and reported what happened. Reported it. the cops went over and they got a search warrant. Went over to the other kid's house, and he had all kinds of video on his computer of her changing, getting dressed and whatnot in the morning, coming out of the shower with just her like bathrobe on, taking her bathrobe off, not having any clothes on, and the kid had all that shit on his computer. They arrested him and charged him with child pornography charges.
Damn, that kid thought he had a gold bond for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The free pen that comes in your hotel on the desk could have a camera in it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you can buy these things for like $20, or buy a kit of them for 60 or whatever, you're gambling.
Yeah, but if you got a daughter and somebody gives her a teddy bear, check it. They'll have the little hole for the camera is so damn tiny. Just cursory glance at it, you won't notice it. You got to do a real close inspection of that thing to see the camera.
There's painting. There's all types.
Well, the first thing that goes on a bear is its eyes, anyway.
Yeah, take that bear and get it X-rayed, man.
People have been doing this for years. Like some of these conferences and stuff like that, they show up. People, they all get those gifts for showing up and all this stuff. Which a lot of times is technology, computers. There's actually proven cases about this where where information's been taken, where basically idiots that work at these firms will accept a brand new computer laptop from some foreign guest or whatever, and not realize everything is being bugged. Like they're watching every damn thing. You know what I mean? So this type of stuff's been going on for a long time. Now it's cheaper than anybody can do it. So
while you get a computer, you wipe it. You wipe the computer. As soon as whenever you buy a new computer, you wipe the whole damn thing. Because they don't even have
to. Free, man. Free ain't never. If you got business and shit, you don't put free shit in line with that. That's just asking for trouble.
You just man. You gotta do a complete wipe and complete reinstall Windows anytime you get a computer. Period. You're buying it at Walmart, completely wipe that thing, put a whole new install of Windows on it. Because you don't know. Because they don't even have to. It's not like they're putting an actual bug in the computer. All they gotta do is put a piece of software in your computer, and it'll use the computer's own microphone and webcam and anything that's attached to it to spy on you.
Messed up. Like these employers handing people, stuff. You got to keep that, this in your possession all the time and stuff. Yeah, it could be a cell phone, this or that. They're stalking you nowadays. Ridiculous. Like a ball and chain. Some of these companies. Or in some cases, schools, I guess.
Crazy. Anyway, I don't even know how we got down that rabbit hole. Yeah, anytime you get some kind of technology, you always check it. And like I said, with computers, completely wipe that hard drive, SSD, whichever it has on there, and do a complete fresh reinstall of Windows. Or if it's a Mac OS, because people don't think that they can put this shit into Apple products. The fuck they can't. And it's even harder to clean the stuff out of an Apple because there's nothing to clean the stuff from an Apple like you would find with Windows, because nobody ever attacks the Apple because their market share is not large enough. So that's what gives Apple their security. It's not that they're unhackable and all this other stuff. It's not worth it to the people that write these programs to do it, because they're not going to get as big a financial boon from hacking and doing all this stuff and making viruses and stuff for Apple as they would on Windows, because the market share is not there. But when they have written viruses for Apple, it's extremely hard to get them off of it.
As far as I'm concerned, Apple's rotten anyway. Had a worm growing out of it since They asked Jobs if he would give his kid one, and he laughed at the person and asked if they were an idiot.
The only Apple product I ever had was I found it laying on the ground. Honest to God, after Memorial Day parade one year when my son was in the school band, we had just done the Memorial Day parade in through the town that we lived in, and we were walking back home. We walked by. We're walking through where everybody was lined up on the road watching the parade, and there's an Apple, the iPod Touch. Just it was right after the Touch came out, just laying there on the ground with nothing on it. There was like nothing. There was nothing in the phone book. There was nothing. There was no way to identify this thing. I get it home and I'd contact Apple to see if there's any way to trace the owner, like if they registered it, and whoever owned it didn't even register it. And the guy on the phone's like, "Congratulations, you just got yourself a new iPod Touch." There was no way to find out who owned it at that point. It was a nice MP3 player. I'll give them that. Would I buy one? Probably not.
Yeah, I wouldn't want an Apple product or Apple phone, even if it was free, honestly. So, I just don't care for the company, the idea in a sense, but it's not just that. But on top of that, they've done TV morning shows have done these studies where you'll search things on, Android or Apple, and it comes up with different results, and the Apple results are always more expensive. So I guess they statistically think if you're an Apple buyer, excuse me, you make such and such per year, so your ideal shopping habits and stuff are more likely to end up in this bracket versus that bracket or whatever. And either way, I don't like paying extra for shit. You know what I mean? So I'd much rather, even if I was super, 5 plane rich, I'd still rather go off an Android. I mean, why volunteer to pay more? I don't understand it. And in some of the places where the same exact hotels, it was just on the Apple product, you were paying more.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the video where where they're recording, they ask Siri who Muhammad was, and then they ask Siri who Jesus Christ was, and they compare what the results were? It's insane how skewed Siri is to doing something pro-Islam and saying how great a person Muhammad is, and it gives the most bland description of who Jesus Christ was. It's crazy. The bias there.
I think the government spy. I wouldn't want one of those either.
Yeah, I don't trust any of that, man. Seen too many occasions you just be talking about a certain something or a certain product, and then before too long you're getting ads and emails and stuff for that product, even though you never searched it on your phone and shit, man. So they're always listening.
There was a case year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, where a mother and her daughter, the mother had just gotten one of those new Alexas. This was right about the time Alexa first came out with and everything. So hell, that might have been closer to 3 years ago now. But the mother and daughter were talking about cookies. Next thing you know, like 2 days later, they got a box of cookies from Amazon. And the mother looked on her bank account, and it was it was withdrawn. So then she goes and she turns Alexa off, and then like a couple of days later, her and her daughter, this is all verified, were talking about a dollhouse because her daughter wanted a new dollhouse. A couple of days later, a dollhouse showed up at the house. Alexa was ordering stuff just based on conversations this woman and her young daughter were having.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't know about the Alexa or anything, but I was talking to my mom a couple of years ago about a new gun safe. In particular, one that was out here at my local store. And it was on sale. And my mom's never typed in Google and searched for a gun safe in her life, let alone the one out here at the store, right? And I was just telling her about it, that interested in getting one and everything. And then she lets me know, next thing you know, her phone's got several ads on it for that exact same gun safe right out the same store. So they listen to your phone calls, your conversations, whatever, man.
Yeah, check this one out. Pacifist says he was wearing a pair of pants yesterday. Didn't mention the brand. Had his phone in his pocket all day. This morning, all of his feeds were flooded with ads for those pants. That kind of scares me. Yeah, they probably had one of those goddamn little scanner things. I can't remember what the hell they called them. Those little square things with the goofy squiggles in it. And your phone probably scanned that shit while it was in your pocket.
What, that GR code scanner thing, whatever
Yeah,
it is,
yeah,
QR or
those little
something.
square. Yeah, the little square thingy-majiggers. I bet you anything that's probably what happened.
He's gonna get a box of panties in the mail now.
Mm-hmm.
Caught him wearing some man panties.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, well, you know, they put it out there. I mean, it's been out there for years, basically. All this stuff listens to TVs, the smart TVs, all that crap. So ain't nothing new. That's why I go out of my way to buy a dumb TV. I got a dumb car. I'd have a dumb phone if they worked. I don't know, but
You could always get one of the
even
old
that,
people.
you know, I don't do phones like normal people, so I don't do the contracts or, you know, real names or any of that crap. And I use a few, and sometimes I leave them, you know, not with me. And just for that
Rob's trying to
reason.
say he just gets burner phones and throw them away when the police are on to him.
Hey, man, I appreciate my privacy, like, you know, and I don't know, you know, it's a small world, so I'd appreciate to keep my privacy within reason. So you never know.
Yeah, my
You
phone I got
realize-
now, I think once a month or every 6 months, the thing will pop up on my phone. It tells me where I've been, how many miles I've been, what cities I've been to.
You
Oh, yeah,
realize
that's
that
Google Auto location. Yeah, whenever I get something new, I turn it off. Actually, I showed it not long ago. My other phone is still waiting for me to finish setting it up. Like, I don't do the voicemail. I don't do none of that crap. Nothing.
you do realize that phone, that if you got any kind of smartphone, even the burner phones like what you're using, you don't got any privacy. It still knows who you are, where you are.
But you know, it's not as easy. I'm not making anything
yeah,
easy.
it is.
You know what I mean? So
As
long
as
is,
you
but
got
it's
that in your
not,
pocket, it's extremely easy. Believe. Don't kid yourself.
yeah, I'm not going to explain all my details, but it's not as easy as it is typical. So, and even when you do get it, you still have to figure out actual names and things like this. So, I don't know. And then location shifts. So, yeah, again, I'm not going to get into all my business, but and obviously, misinformation is just as important as information. I mean, you know, do the same thing back that they do to you. You know, so. But anyway, yeah, privacy is important, in my opinion. So.
Oh, anybody gonna say anything?
Nah, my lady.
Trying to protect my privacy, Buck.
Yeah, we're
I
not saying
know.
anything because we're trying to be private.
Talking all this shit, I just put tape over top of my damn webcam on my laptop.
Yeah, I've always got tape on my. There's blue tape on it right now.
My cell phone's wrapped in aluminum foil in
Man,
a
those things
5-gallon
should be right
bucket with a
through that
lid
blue
on it.
I got one of them little tiny Band-Aids. I even use one of those. That's on one of my other phones. I got the little Band-Aid. That's holding up well. The blue painter's tape. So, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, you act like it's crazy, but yeah, we just sat there and went through all about all this type of spying crap and the stuff that goes on and everything they know. It's not really crazy. Yeah. What's crazy is acting like it is crazy.
No, I'm not acting crazy. I'm just thinking that you don't understand the fact that that blue painter's tape on that phone ain't doing jack or shit. You need to have something a lot more secure than just a piece of tape. Piece of tape ain't going to do anything. A lot of these cameras can see right through that piece of tape.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Welcome to the Sunday evening paranoia chat.
Well, it's not paranoia.
Paranoia.
No, it's not paranoia. I took cybersecurity classes when I was getting my degree. It's not paranoia. That blue painter's tape does nothing to stop some of those cameras, because some of those cameras will have infrared, and that can see right, or not infrared, thermal, and that can see right through that fucking tape. That tape does not stop a thermal.
Man, you know my cheap ass ain't buying nothing with thermal. Not
that
on
you
my
know
phone.
of. That you know of.
Oh, so now we got even higher tech shit in there. They're just giving us for free.
Besides the
But
cameras,
you don't
man,
think
there's
privacy is a problem.
I
light
didn't say
bulbs are
that.
listening to you.
Rob, when did I say privacy wasn't a problem? What I said is the measures that you're trying to take to counter it aren't doing anything. I didn't say that you're not right to try and keep everything private. I'm saying the measures you're taking aren't enough. If you really want to block that phone, the painter's tape ain't going to do it. You need a thicker duct tape. A Band-Aid, you might, if you got the right size Band-Aid with the gauze right over the camera, you might be all right. But if you got a little one of those little ones and it's not lined properly, that little strip of adhesive on that Band-Aid, where just the adhesive is, it's not going to really do much of anything.
Yeah, I think Rich is just mad. That's what this is. He's mad.
Not about what? That's why
He's
I don't
mad
bother
to argue. He didn't like the card he got. He's pissed off. His lady got a rose and some coffee, and
No.
he didn't get.
I actually thought the card was funny. My wife was the one who thought the card was offensive.
Yeah.
I have no idea where the hell she put it, honestly.
Rich is mad. He feels unwanted because nobody's spying on him.
I don't care if they are, to be honest with you. But it's why I don't
got
put
YouTube,
any of
Rich.
Yeah, but that's why I don't put any of that
watching
stuff on my phone, because it doesn't do anything. Unless you got one of those newer phones that actually has the piece that slides across, which is solid plastic, and there are very few of those that actually do. The ones that do are usually the companies that are most known for spying, like Huawei. But if you got like a Samsung phone or that, and you put a piece of tape over that phone, you're just wasting time.
G-Web sent me in some stuff he sent me one time. He sent me a little window thing that you put over your camera lens there. It's got a little slide door to block it off or open it up.
Yeah, something like that. And as far as the microphones are concerned, there's really nothing you can do at all to block those.
Welcome to Big Brother Sunday. I think Buck started it all, talking about his boss filming the neighbor's wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because somehow it went from the idiot at Richmond wanted us to move those big ass heavy iron brake drums from a bus to another bus, and then Buck brings up about how he worked at the Richmond thing, and then his boss got caught being a pervert. And
welcome to my
hey, alleged pervert, right?
No, I'm sure he was convicted by now.
No, that motherfucker was a pervert.
Whoa! I'm sure he was just trying to
No, wait
make
a
sure
minute.
she was safe over there, and
Wait a minute.
nobody
You
was
gotta
trying
give
to do anything crazy. You know?
benefit of the doubt. Was the chick worth it? Was she worth putting a camera to check her out?
I don't know. He never shared the tapes.
See, Buck turned him in because he never shared,
See,
and
you
now we
might be
know.
able to, convict him, but you can't blame him. Maybe.
I don't know. That's kind of
Oh, that's wrong, Jason. That's
that
wrong.
that's taking stalking to a whole other level. It's one thing to get a ladder and peep in a window, and it's a totally different.
It's one thing to be a peeping tom. It's another to invest in technology.
Yeah, exactly. Investing in the technology is a whole other level of creepy.
Used her own Wi-Fi to send it to your house.
Probably did. Yeah, okay. I think we need to change the subject. Let's do a quiz. What do you guys say? You want to do a quiz?
On Peeping Toms?
No,
All
not
right.
on Peeping Toms. No, it's not going to be Peeping Toms.
Was it about something fun?
History,
Oh, jeez.
If
important
the house
dates.
don't
No,
have bushes, dress like a bush.
it'll be important dates in history. Historical
Uh-huh.
dates. Yeah, Rob. That's just because you always lose. No, barbecue's here. Hey, barbecue.
Hey, heard we're doing a quiz.
Yeah. So you jumped in just to do the quiz.
I was out there listening. I was actually getting ready to jump in, but then you're like, quiz. I was like, oh, I got to make sure I jump in right now.
Yeah. You didn't want to get in on when we were going down the rabbit hole. I see.
Actually, I'm not even sure what rabbit hole you're going down. I was listening. I've only been in the, viewing audience for like 10 minutes, if that.
Okay, yeah. There's no way you were able to keep up with that rabbit hole.
Yeah, no.
No. This one was getting pretty deep. And it's all Buck's fault.
It is not.
It is too.
You the one that bought that fucking Greyhound.
You're the one that brought up the pervert that got caught spying on his neighbor with
Well,
spy cams.
Greyhound
in the
and
house.
perverts go hand in hand. You don't know that by now?
Oh, dude, you have no idea what we pulled out of the toilets in the restrooms at Greyhound.
It's just a dog in me,
God.
baby.
You know how the adult bookstores used to have those little sampler like magazines of what videos and shit they had available? We used to pull those out of the fucking toilets because somebody would try flushing them when they were done with it, and then back the fucking toilet up because stupid.
Yeah, them Greyhound toilets are like if them when you go to them little toy stores.
I'm talking about in the restrooms, not on the buses.
Oh, I'm talking about the one on the buses, man. Like a little room where you go in there, you can rent them X-rated movies and shit.
Uh-huh.
That's how them damn
Oh, dude, man,
buses are.
don't get me started there, man. No, seriously. Oh God, those bathrooms, man. By the time the bus got into the terminal, were they disgusting inside those things. Thank God they were made out of stainless steel. That's all I gotta say. It was easy to clean up, but man, people were gross that ride those damn buses.
Yeah, it's called the old fucking perverts.
I'm not just perverts, man. You have people smearing shit on the walls and shit. Like,
It was the employees, from what I heard. This shit was like Disneyland. I mean,
no. This was the passengers on the bus going from one terminal and another.
I don't know.
Nah, he's blaming the passengers.
Yeah,
damn right I am, because there were no employees
guys
riding
at
the bus.
Greyhound.
No, man, we had to clean that up. Oh God, those bathrooms were disgusting. You would almost have to wear a goddamn environmental hazard suit to go in one of those damn bathrooms by the time the bus pulled into the terminal. Absolutely disgusting. Then I'm just glad I wasn't the one that had to clean out the toilet. The one guy said that there were baby diapers and shit. Instead, there was a garbage. Each one of those goddamn little restrooms had a garbage can in it, and people would throw the dirty diapers into the toilet instead of putting them in the fucking garbage can, which made it fun to clean out. The mechanic would have to, and Buck can verify, because the way that these worked, you had a little drain at the bottom where the shit and piss would fall out the bottom along with the toilet water, and then you would refill the toilet water, put in the little blue pill in the top, and you were done with as far as cleaning the toilet. If you had something big in there, like a diaper, the mechanic had to open up the toilet to get it out. Literally open the toilet from the side to get everything out of there. And it was a pain in the ass. If something like that happened, it would take a half hour to get that toilet cleaned out.
Well, they should build a bigger trap door on the toilet tank.
Well, you weren't supposed to throw big, heavy, solid things down the toilet. The one time there was a fucking gun in one of them.
That's what my toilet tells me all the time.
No, honest to God, somebody had thrown a Glock down in one of those damn things.
They were just trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Flush that shit down. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't know what the deal ended up being on it because never got an update on it, but we had to call the cops and take that bus off the line and everything, which held that whole line up for probably an hour and a half.
Oh, give me a minute, boys. I'll be right back. I gotta go drop a Glock.
Pacifist says that's where a Glock belongs, in a Greyhound toilet. Yeah, you get the big solid waste like that, and it would block up all the drain on the toilets and stuff. Yeah, I'm glad I never had to deal with that shit. That's all I got to say. I mean, it was bad enough having to clean the inside of the bus. I didn't want to have to clean out one of those toilets like that.
Best way to clean them is take them around to the shop and hit them bitches with a power washer.
Yep,
Don't worry about people's belongings or nothing.
Yeah, that's what you did. You did the outside with a power washer. You couldn't do the inside with one. You had to mop the inside, and it was if it wasn't a cutoff, it was even harder to clean those damn things. Then you had all the fucking carry-on shit on the bus still. Then you had all these so-called experts from Richmond come up trying to tell us how to clean a bus, which we've been doing forever.
I don't care how good you clean a damn bus. Them motherfuckers are nasty anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the movie. It's like going to the movies without the movie. Your feet are all sticking to the floor and shit. Doesn't matter how much you try to get that bus clean. If it was a through bus, you weren't getting it done by the time you had to get it back over the terminal. There was no fucking way in hell. Cutoffs were easy to clean because the bus was that was it. It was at the end of the line. So you just cleaned it and got thrown into storage until they needed a bus to go on whatever route they were going to take it on. But the through buses, man, those were a bitch to get done.
I think city buses are probably worse.
No.
I don't know, man.
No.
City bus is 100 times cleaner.
Uh-huh.
Maybe they don't have the fabric seats, but man, there's always like piss or puke or something on a city bus. Like you never step on a city bus without going, oh,
you've never been on a Greyhound. You've never been on a Greyhound.
Oh yeah, I've been on a Greyhound. Quite a few times in a sense. normally hour and change trips at the time.
Oh, dude, that's nothing. That's nothing on a Greyhound.
I've also
Dude,
taken one from New York City back. So yeah, I've been on a bus a few times, Greyhound especially, but those city buses.
You've never gone long distance on one.
Crazy.
I went from Fort Benning, Georgia to Maryland on a Greyhound, and that was a local because they booked me on a local like a bunch.
Those things got to do with the cleanliness, though. You took a long trip. I'm just stating. I've been on
the bus gets dirtier the longer the trip is.
Bus.
The bus gets dirty. Oh yeah, a local. You're on the same bus.
No, I'm stating myself. My trips. Like I've ridden on more than one Greyhound, and they ain't all disasters. Yeah, they ain't pretty, but compared to any given city bus on any given day,
what's the longest
city buses work?
What is the longest trip you've taken on a Greyhound?
I don't know, probably 4 hours, four and a half hours.
That's nothing, dude. I was on a Greyhound for over 20 hours.
Right, but what the hell has that got to do with the tea with China? We're talking about cleanliness of a bus.
Yeah, exactly. The longer you're on that
that's
bus,
one
the
bus
dirtier
that you're on for a long ass time. Like, so what? I'm talking in general. Out of like 5, 6, 7 buses, they're all freaking clean. So
no, they're not.
Damn. Okay. You know exactly what I experienced. Thank you.
No. I'm telling you, man. I've been on city buses. I've been on Greyhound buses.
Man. It ain't everything. Ain't got to be a damn argument.
By the time you get to your final destination on a Greyhound after 20 hours, that Greyhound is filthier than that city bus is.
That's common sense. I'm not saying that's common sense. That's filthy, but that's what 30 people versus 300 people. 600 people that are on that bus.
There's constantly people getting off and on that Greyhound just like it does a city bus. You pull in,
still less
especially
people.
On a local. A local is like a city bus that's a longer route. If you've never been on a Greyhound local,
less
that's
people,
exactly what it is.
Still less people.
No, it's not. It's not.
I work at construction where all we got is a porta potty, and there's like me and 30 bean eaters there, man. You ain't never seen bad bathrooms, man, till you seen that. Oh my God. actually, like for 20 years, my body goes into shutdown mode, and I don't ever take a shit when I'm at work. My body just won't do it. Just done. Nope. You don't even go near them, man. I usually piss outside of a house, open up my truck door, piss right there in front of anybody, whatever. I don't go to them porta potties, man. You come back with some kind of illness or something, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you get somebody in there and start shaking that bitch.
Oh man, they're quite bad, man. So, some people out there in this world are just like fucking savages, man.
Yep.
Beasts the way they live, man. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, but seriously, Rob, you want to know what a Greyhound local is? You need to get on one and take it the whole route.
Greyhound shit, man. You can keep going on, but I'm done.
Yeah, those Greyhound locals, it's worse than a city bus, guarantee you. Which is why I was pissed off when I found out they had booked me on a local. It's like, you sons of fucking bitches. In Atlanta, they put my bag on the wrong bus, going to the same place. My bag got to where I was going before I did, because they put it on the route on the bus that I should have been routed on. Whoever was working the ticket counter that day was an ass.
Should have followed your stuff.
Well, dude, Atlanta terminal, the Greyhound terminal in Atlanta is the most hectic goddamn place you'd ever want to go. As soon as you get off that bus, everybody's off that bus, they're moving that bus. It's not, you don't even got time to grab your luggage off of it. And you don't see your bag again until you're getting off the next bus that you're taking, because they just put it on. And they don't know how to read tags apparently, because the tag on the bus on the bag that tells you exactly what way they're supposed to route it on each leg of that trip. Apparently, they don't know how to read those damn tags, and those tags have been that way since God 1994. I think is when they implemented that system. And 1999, people still didn't know how to read those damn tags. Anyway, I think that's enough ranting about Greyhound for one night. It's just going to leave you with this: if you ever have to ride Greyhound, make sure you're on an express and not a local. Even if the express is leaving 5 hours later, you will get there faster on the express than you will if they book you on a local. In some cases, even faster if you're on the express than what. Because when I got to Hagerstown, Maryland, that's where I finally came back across where my bag was. They said the bag had been sitting there for 10 hours. My bag got to Hagerstown 10 hours before I did, and it left 6 hours after I did from Atlanta. Always, always, always make sure you get an express. See, the local, they stop at every little way station in between the major terminals. Every single one. The express, it goes from one major city to another, to another, to another. If you're going to a little town, yeah, you're going to have to take the local. If you're going to a major city, you want the express routes. What the hell were we? Oh yeah, sorry, we were gonna do a quiz. Let me pull that quiz site up. Yeah. All right. So this is supposed to be easy. So well, it is easy. I did the quiz earlier. Okay. Right hand side, you have a list of that happen. On the left hand side, you have a list of dates. You have to match the right column with the left column. So, which one of these things would have happened on March 25th, 1911? Would it have been the Columbine Massacre, Lee's surrender, the sale of Manhattan, Custer's last stand, Hawley's plane crash, the Kent State shootings, FDR dies, the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire, President Washington's inauguration, or Hawaii becomes the 50th state? Which one of those would have happened on March 25th, 1911? And if you stop and think about when everything happens, you should be able to figure these out. Just from the time periods.
Is it the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire?
Is that what you want to go with? Okay, we'll put that one there. All right, we'll put that one there. All right, June 25th, 1876. Was that Columbine, Lee's surrender, the sale of Manhattan, Custer's last stand, Hawley's plane crash, the Kent State shooting, FDR dying, Washington being inaugurated, or Hawaii becomes 50th state? That would be June 25th, 1876.
Man, that's got to be Custer, right, guys? That's the only thing that falls in the timeline.
So we'll put that there. April 12th, 1945. Which one of those things would that have been? Do I have to read them all again, or do you guys remember what the selections were?
Anybody else think it's when FDR died?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What about August 21st, 1959?
I think that's Holly's plane. No, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like Buddy Holly's plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about November 5th, 1626?
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute here, wait a minute. For Buddy Holly, we got August 1959, and look, we got February 1959.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Buddy Holly and him died because it was bad snowy weather, right? Well, that wouldn't have been in August.
So you want to flip flop that?
Yeah, I think we better flip flop that one.
All right. So what would have been August?
Would it be Hawaii being the last state?
That's what you got to tell me. I already took the quiz. I can't give you the answer. So November, back to 1626 then. Which one would that have been?
Huh, 1626. What are the choices at the bottom?
Yeah, Columbine, Lee's surrender, the sale of Manhattan, Kent State shootings, or Washington's inauguration.
In 1626.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it'd have to be the sale of Manhattan, but I didn't know it was that long ago.
All right. April 30th, 1789. Oh, no.
That sounds like Lee's surrender, don't it?
1789?
That'd be George Washington.
Yeah. You got to hit this just right. There we go. Yeah, you got to do it just right, and it won't stay put. I had that problem earlier with one of them. All right. Next one, May 4th, 1970.
That's Kent State.
That's not far from where you're at, is it?
2 hours.
Yeah, it's not that far. All right. April 9th, 1865.
Oh, that's Columbine for sure.
Yeah, 1865.
That's Lee's surrender.
Yeah, now's the right time for that one, Buck.
Yeah.
The last one would go there. That was April 20th, 1999. I was at Fort Benning, Georgia when that happened. Let's see if you got them right. Got the first one right. That was the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. 146 people died in the fire. And June 25th, 1876 was Custer's last stand. April 12th, 1945, that's when FDR kicked the bucket. August 21st, 1959 was Hawaii becoming the 50th state, so good catch, Jason. The 1626 was the sale of Manhattan. That was before the United States was ever a thing. The Dutch West India Company purchased Manhattan from some beads and stuff. Worth about, $24 in today's money. Well, $1,000. In the 1800s, it would have been 24. Now it's about 1,000. So they got Manhattan for fairly cheap. And then the 1789 was obviously Washington's inauguration. The May 4th, 1970 was the Kent State shootings, which they call it a tragedy. And like the people that got shot were innocent. They weren't. They were throwing rocks at the National Guard troops, and National Guard troops defended themselves, opened fire, and killed 4 and wounded 9 others. But yeah, they act like seriously, if you look at the answer, it acted like it was a peaceful protest. Meanwhile, it was a riot. Well, what else is new, right? There's no such thing as a riot anymore. Riots are all peaceful protests. Uh, April 9th, 1865, that was Lee's surrender at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia. April 20th, 1999, yeah, that was Columbine. And again, Jason caught this one. February 3rd, 1959 was when Bob Holly's plane went down, along with Ritchie Valens and the Big Bopper. What country musician lucked out and survived when he was a member of Bob Holly's band because he gave his seat up for somebody else?
Oh, damn. Should know that. That's a famous one too, but I can't think of it right now.
Do you want a hint?
No, hold on. Now,
Conway
say the
Twitty?
question again.
What famous country western musician survived the by not being on the plane because he had given his seat up for somebody else when he was a member of Bob Holly's band at the time?
Oh man, I just watched the movie. All it says is Waylon Jennings.
Ozzy is correct. It was Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You just didn't give me time.
Uh,
Way to go, Ozzy.
yep. The Big Bopper was feeling ill, so Jennings gave up his seat for him to get on the plane. So y'all got a perfect score on that one because Jason caught the fact that the plane went down in the winter. So good catch, Jason. You saved the score.
Not my Richie.
Yeah, barbecue's still there. He didn't say anything the whole quiz. And Rob did.
Yeah, I'm dealing with kids.
Oh, okay. Just want to make sure you're all right. You know.
You gotta speak up for barbecue.
Yeah, no, I'm
man.
good.
No, barbecue is writing the answers down for later on when you do it again.
Yeah.
Well, if we do, that won't be for a few weeks. Now, the next one you guys should be able to get. It's for grades 10, 11, and 12, so it shouldn't be too hard. The test for the first atomic bomb occurred in New Mexico on July 16th, 1945. The building of the first atomic bomb was a project named after which New York borough? Was it Queens, Manhattan, the Bronx, or Soho? Soho's not even a borough.
It was the Manhattan Project.
All right. The stock market crash of October 29th, 1929 is commonly known as what day? Is it Black Monday, Black Tuesday, Black Wednesday, or Black Thursday? This is the crash that led to the Depression, or in part to the Depression.
Oh, I don't know, man. Black Tuesday sounds good, but
I think
I
it's Black
really don't know
Tuesday.
what day it was.
Yeah. Did you say Black Tuesday barbecue?
I did.
Go with that then. On January 1st, 1863, President Lincoln signed an executive order during the American Civil War that would free slaves in 10 states. What did this order become known as?
The Emancipation Proclamation.
Yeah, and I got to remember how the hell to spell this.
2 words.
Yeah, I know that.
The is in there.
Apollo 11 was the first U.S. manned lunar module to land on the moon. In July of what year was regularly scheduled programming cut into to air this magnificent feat? What year did Apollo 11 land on the moon? Was it 1970, 1971, 1968, or 1969?
1969.
Yeah, it's the summer of love.
It was the summer of 60. On May 17th, 1954, what case brought an end to segregation in schools? Was it Brown v. Board of Education, Plessy v. Ferguson, Roe v. Wade, or Dred Scott v. Sanford?
I didn't know that happened in the 50s. I thought, would it be Brown versus the Board of Education?
Yes, we could go with that.
Of course, I thought that all happened in the 60s, but whatever.
Now, the civil rights movement actually started in the 50s. Oh, actually, there was actually things before that even. But, yeah. People just think of the 60s as, but that's because of when the Civil Rights Act was finally signed into law, which, by the way, was written in the 1950s and blocked repeatedly in the Senate by the guy that would eventually sign it. In April, let's just say on, not in, on April 25th, 1898, the blank American War began when America interfered with the Cuban War of Independence. With whom did America go to war? No, that's not a biased question, Daryl. Was it the Spanish-American War, the Italian-American War, the Cuban-American War, or the Mexican-American War? Anybody?
Spanish?
On June 17th, 1972, 5 men were arrested at a hotel in Washington trying to gain information on President Nixon's opponents at the office of the Democrat National Committee. The scandal became named for what famous hotel in Washington, D.C.?
Deep Throat.
It was the CIA. Oh, wrong game.
Yeah, wrong answer. No, Deep Throat was the whistleblower.
It was Trump Tower, wasn't it?
Nope.
It must have been Watergate then.
What war did the U.S. officially enter on April 6th, 1917? Was it World War II, the Vietnam War, the Korean War, or World War I?
The first one.
I'm assuming you mean World War One.
One.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
World War II wasn't the first. Is the first one listed? But yeah, I'll give you a
Yeah,
hint.
I
It
mean,
wasn't
as
Korea.
wars go, not as the
Yeah.
list goes.
Yeah, it wasn't Korea because the U.S. never officially entered Korea. That was a UN operation,
That was a conflict. Thank you.
police action. Gold was discovered in California on January 24th, 1848. What is the name of the mill where it was discovered? Was it Marshall's Mill, Wilson's Mill, Strauss's Mill, or Sutter's Mill?
That would be Sutter's Mill, California.
A coalition of 34 nations went to war, codenamed Operation Desert Storm, with Iraq in January of what year? Was it 92, 89, 91, or 1990?
91, wasn't it?
Yeah, let's see how y'all did. You got Manhattan Project for the first one was correct. Black Tuesday was the stock market crash in 1929. And I spelled Emancipation Proclamation wrong, apparently. Oh, they didn't want the in there. I put the.
That's what I told you. You said 2 words and you
Oh.
had the in there.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, we're going to count that as correct because we don't consider spelling errors to be wrong. Because some of this shit that we've had to spell in these quizzes, it's, yeah, they're not common words. So, 1969 was the year for Apollo 11. Brown v. Board of Education was the case on May 17, 1954, that ended segregation in schools. And it was the Spanish-American War in 1898. Obviously, it was Watergate. That was pretty self-explanatory. And World War I was the war that the United States entered in 1917. Gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill. And 1991 is when Desert Storm broke out. So, got all of them right again, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Hell yeah, man. I'm going to get a scholarship.
Mm-hmm. So far, you're going to graduate Sigma Cum Laude. Basic North American history. The War of 1812 ended in 1814 with the signing of what? The Treaty of Ghent, Albany Plan of Union, Fundamental Orders of Connecticut, or the Mayflower Compact? Which
we just had this one a couple weeks ago, man. The
Treaty this question.
Not Gant, Gaunt,
yep.
Whatever.
Gent or something. Yeah. Gary said it's a hard G sound when you got the G and the H, so that'll be Gent. In government, the term bicameral, which can be used to describe the legislative branch, means what? Meeting to consult the Constitution during court, having two houses, having two Supreme Court justices, or having at least two secretaries of state.
It's two houses in here.
All of the Iroquois had formed one central government known as the League of the Five Nations. However, they were also called this. Was it the Party of the Iroquois, the Court of Five Houses, League of Five Justices, or the League of the Iroquois?
It's the League of the Iroquois.
What happened on April 12th, 1961? Fort Sumter was attacked by the Confederacy. Harriet Beecher Stowe published Uncle Tom's Cabin. Cornwallis surrendered Yorktown. No, it wasn't that one. That's for damn sure. The Missouri Compromise came into effect. Which one of those happened on 1861? I gave you one hint already. It's not Cornwallis surrendering Yorktown. That happened in the 1700s.
Anybody want to go at it? Well, it was Fort Sumter.
I think you're answering all the questions, Jason. Nobody else is doing
Yeah, so I was asking, you guys want to throw in a guess?
Next one. It is generally believed that the first Native Americans reached North America from Asia by using what? The Bering Strait, Columbus's ships,
yes.
Mozambique Channel, or the Louisiana Purchase?
Bering Strait.
Which technically isn't correct because it would be the Bering Land Bridge, but yeah. Who is the Catholic noble who established Maryland in 1634? Was it Lord Baltimore, James Oglethorpe, William Penn, or John Winthrop? You've had this question before too.
Kingpin knows this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's Lord Baltimore.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting to see if Buck or somebody was going to say, or Barbecue was going to say something. All right. This piece of land was bought by the U.S. in 1853 in order to build a transcontinental railroad. Was it the Mexican Cession, the Gadsden Purchase, the Louisiana Purchase, or the Washington Territory? I believe you've had this question before as well.
Yeah. I think I know which one this is. You guys want to guess at it?
I'm gonna say Louisiana.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm gonna say it's the
Oh,
Gadsden
I
Purchase.
ain't saying that.
Go with the hint.
Washington Territory.
Okay, we got two different answers here. So, no, it's not the Washington Territory. You got Gadsden Purchase or the Mexican Cession. And Jason said Gadsden Purchase, so let's pick on that one.
All right, that sounds good.
When did Spain and the United States sign the Pinckney Treaty? Was it 1834, 1712, 1808, or 1795? Remember, you still got two, uh, the hint thingies.
Well, give us a hint. I think it's 1795, but let's get the hint.
Yeah, 1795 and 1712 are still there.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be 1712 because the United States wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Who became known as Old Tippecanoe? Who became known as Old Tippecanoe after his victory at the Battle of Tippecanoe? Was it the Marquis de Lafayette, Andrew Jackson, William Henry Harrison, or Baron von Steuben? Had this question before too.
It's Andy 79Z28.
No, I don't think he was alive back then.
Andy, right? Everybody agree on Andrew Jackson?
Andrew Jackson's nickname was Old Hickory.
Oh. We'll do one more hint.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It couldn't be the Marquis de Lafayette either. So that gives you William Henry Harrison or Baron von Steuben.
The Baron dude.
Nope.
Well, what about William Henry Harrison?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You misunderstood me.
You guys have poor memories. You just had this question like a month ago.
Didn't they used to call him Double H?
No, they called him the president that died after a month in office. His inauguration was in a driving rainstorm, and he contracted pneumonia and died a month later. Shortest presidency in history.
Okay, I remember this one. It's the Tariff of Abominations.
Yeah, Southerners called the tariff of 1828 the tariff of blank. And Jason said abominations. So let's see how you did this time. Yes, and you remembered that one. It was the Treaty of Ghent. And bicameral means having two houses. And it was the League of the Iroquois. Fort Sumter was attacked by the Confederacy in 1861. And it was the Bering Strait, even though really it would have been the Bering Land Bridge, but yeah. And Lord Baltimore founded Maryland in 1638. Sounds like you're right. And it was the Gadsden Purchase in 1853. Good job, Jason. You knew that one ahead of time. When did Spain and the United States sign the Pinckney Treaty? It was 1795.
See, I told you it was Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, you did, but that would have been wrong. And it was the Tariff of Abominations. So, yeah, another perfect score because I kind of gave you the one answer. Yeah, good job. Now, we are not doing math unless you want to.
No math. No.
Jason's like, hell no, we ain't doing that. Can't please answer key and fun facts. Yeah. In elementary school, we learned in 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue. But do you remember where he landed? Was it Cuba, an island he called San Salvador Island in the Bahamas, Hispaniola, or Aruba? Where did Columbus land?
I want to say Cuba.
I want to say San Salvador. Go for hint already. First one. Go with the hint.
So it's either San Salvador or Hispaniola.
Where in the hell is Hispaniola?
Hispaniola is the island that's made up of the Dominican Republic and Haiti.
Yeah, that's one.
Ooh. Well, then this is tricky.
I'm not saying this is the right answer. I'm just doing that because that's one you picked the first time. So, unless you want to change your answer to Hispaniola.
Yeah, we'll chance it.
Right. St. Augustine is the oldest continuously occupied city in the continental United States. What European nation established it? Was it Spain, England, France, or Portugal?
Wow, this is getting tougher.
St. Augustine, Florida. Which country established St. Augustine, Florida?
I don't know. Spain sounds about right though.
Yeah, Spain or Portugal is what I would have guessed. So.
What is the name of the rock, according to legend, where a group of religious pilgrims first set foot in what is now Massachusetts in 1620? Rolling Rock, Plymouth Rock, Little Rock, or Granite Rock?
Chrysler.
Well,
I
that's
live in Little
close.
Rock. So I know it's Plymouth.
Yeah, Little Rock will be in your neck of the woods down there, Buck, and Rolling Rock would be in Pennsylvania.
Rolling
It's a
Rock was a
brewery.
beer, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Rolling Rock's it's a brewery. The True Brewing Company. The history of the Salem witch trials is a solemn story. Of the 20 victims were found guilty of witchcraft. How many were burned at the stake? 13, 0, 20, or 17? How many of the Salem witch trial convicts were burnt at the stake?
Like 20 of them, dude. It was a
Uh,
lot. It was.
you
Yeah, so
you
that's the biggest number. It was a lot.
okay, you agree, Buck?
Uh, I think it's smaller than that, but I'll go ahead and agree.
Yeah, I was actually when he first started reading it, I thought it was like 33 or something like that. So 20 is the highest number.
Eli Whitney patented the cotton gin in 1793. What was the effect on slavery in the United States? Decreased the need for slave labor. Slave labor was abandoned, had no direct effect, or doubled the number of slaves in a few years. What did the cotton gin do in regards to slavery?
Hit the hit button on this. I think it had no effect. But, oh,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
okay. Well,
Slave
then it
labor was
doubled it.
abandoned or doubled it?
It doubled it then.
General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna of Mexico declared victory at the Alamo on March 6, 1836. Who were the co-commanders of the Texas Defenders? Was it Sam Houston and William B. Travis, James Bowie and Davy Crockett, James Bowie and William B. Travis, or William B. Travis and Davy Crockett? Who were the two that were in charge?
in charge, huh? Co-commanders. Well, I mean, is it Bowie and Crockett? I know they were there, but were they the commanders? Because Sam Houston would have been the commander of the Texas Army, but he wasn't at the Alamo. So, I don't know.
What do you think, Buck?
I'm gonna say Bowie and Travis.
So do we want to use a hint since
Yeah.
two of you gave different answers? And it picked the two answers that both of you gave as being possibly the correct one. So that didn't help any. Is barbecue back or is barbecue still away?
Yeah.
Well, we know for a fact that Bowie and Crockett were there. So,
So was Travis. All three of these guys were there.
oh well, I didn't know about Travis. See, I don't know that for a fact, so I go back to my statement. I know for a fact Bowie and Crockett were there.
Anybody got a coin?
I know in 1985 it was Crockett and Tubbs.
Yeah, but that's not the question at hand. And Davey and for WCW in the '80s, it was Tony Schiavone and David Crockett on the play-by-play at 6:05 Eastern on Saturday
All right.
nights on TBS.
I think it's a trick question because they said who were the co-commanders. So
Mhm.
let's go with Bucks.
Okay, you want to go with Bowie and Travis?
Yeah. Maybe Davy Crockett just showed up to help. I don't know if Crockett being like a true leader, right?
Well, Crockett was a former congressman at that point.
Yeah, but he was also a drunk.
Yeah, there was a lot of things with Crockett. John Brown, well, for that matter, so was Bowie. But, yeah. John Brown was a dynamic and devoted abolitionist. Yeah, to the point where he was a nut. Unlike many abolitionists who thought that the issue could be settled peacefully, Brown felt that it can only be achieved by force. At what site in 1859 did he make his famous attack? I know. Is it Eltham's Landing, P Hill, Harper's Ferry, or Kelly's Ford? I know the answer. It's not too far from here.
I'm thinking Harper's Ferry.
Yeah, that would be correct. Harper's Ferry is not the Arsenal. Of Harper's Ferry is not that far from here. It's
Yeah,
about
man, he
an
like
hour and a
looted
half,
it.
2 hours.
They attacked
Yeah.
it and took all the guns, right?
Well, we're trying to. Then they ended up having to hole up in there because the United States Army showed up, and that was the end of John Brown. On February 19th, 1909, Ida B. Wells, W.E.B. Du Bois, and Archibald Grimke, among others, met in Baltimore, Maryland to form what organization? The National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, otherwise known as the NAACP, the American Civil Liberties Union, the Ku Klux Klan, or the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. I'll give you a hint. It's not the KKK. They formed in the 1800s.
Would it be the Southern Christian Leadership?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So that's what you guys want to go with? Rosa Parks, when directed to give up her seat to a white bus passenger, refused. The December 1st, 1955 event was a critical event in the campaign for civil rights in the United States. In what city did this occur? Was it in Montgomery, Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama, Macon, Georgia, or Memphis, Tennessee?
This is actually incorrect, right? Because didn't they prove Rosa Parks wasn't the one to begin with?
She
just said
wasn't the
she was.
first. She wasn't the first one. It happened before Rosa Parks, but the other woman never got credit.
Celebrate her. She's a goddamn criminal. Boy, I don't know. Montgomery, Alabama. That sounds like, didn't Martin Luther King have a march there?
He did in Birmingham too.
Oh, okay.
Macon, I believe, is where the church he was the pastor of was at, and Memphis is the city he was shot and killed in.
We got one of them hints left.
I think you do. You want to use the hint?
Yeah, we need to get rid of one of the Alabama.
Oh no, you're out of them.
Oh shit.
Ignore the fact that I clicked Memphis. That was an accident.
Oh no, what do you think, Buck? Montgomery or
I think Birmingham.
Buck thinks Birmingham. So you want to go with Birmingham?
Yeah, Birmingham.
Americans were stunned by the terrorist attacks of 9/11. What year did this occur? Do I have to read the years, or do you really?
Yeah, go ahead, click it, man. We all know this.
All right, let's see how y'all did. It was the island of San Salvador that Columbus landed on.
I knew it all the time.
St. Augustine was founded by Spain. It was part of their look for the Fountain of Youth, actually. And obviously it was Plymouth Rock. The history of Salem witch trial. How many were burnt at the stake? You said 20. The answer was 0.
Oh, fuckers.
The 20 witches that were convicted were hung or hanged. None of them were were burnt at the stake.
That's a trick question.
Yeah, I knew the answer, but I'm not allowed. I wasn't allowed to answer. Yep, and the cotton gin doubled the number of slaves because they were able to process cotton so fast they needed more slaves to be able to pick it and plant it.
Tread lightly when you're talking about cotton picking, Rich.
Mhm. Well, that's what they were doing.
Hey, look, yeah.
The commanders were Bowie and Travis. Good job, Buck. You said that from the beginning.
Yeah, I knew that was too much of a trick question right there.
I knew the answer. And yeah, it was Harper's Ferry where John Brown met his fate.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah, it was the NAACP. I knew that one too.
Damn, I didn't know they'd been around that long.
Oh yeah, they've been around for a while.
Okay. Longer than the 1911.
And it was Montgomery, the Rosa Parks incident led to the Montgomery bus boycott.
Uh-huh. Thanks, Buck. Here goes my scholarship.
Well, you got the last one right. You got 7 out of 10. That's still a C.
Now I gotta go to summer school. Thanks a lot.
No, you didn't get an F. Ooh, this one's tough. Let's give it a shot. It's for grades 11 to 12. The Battle of Little Bighorn was fought in what year? 1786, 1867, 1876, or 1859? You just had a question just a couple of quizzes ago with the answer to this.
It's 76.
The completion of the first transcontinental railroad was in what year? 1869, 1867, 1868, or 1860?
I say either 69 or 68. What do you think? Do a hint already?
Yeah. But I think I'm going to go with 69.
Yeah,
Throw a hint out there.
we done throw the hit. 69 and 60 are the two that are left. So you both think it was 69?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The assassination of President Lincoln happened in what year? Was it 1863, 1865, 1864, or 1868?
It was a week too late.
Yeah, but that doesn't tell us what year.
I say it's 1865.
The Battle of Wounded Knee was fought in this year. Was it 1890, 1891, 1889, or 1888? What year did the Battle of Wounded Knee happen?
Maybe use our second hint on one of these. It's either 88 or 89, right?
Honestly, I don't know.
I have no clue.
So you want the hint? Your second hint?
Yeah. It's the only thing that'd help us at this point.
It's either 89 or 90.
Well, if you don't pick one, I'm going to Google it here in a minute.
I don't know. Let's see, does the chat know? Oh, they ain't got to that.
Yeah, let the chat answer it.
1868.
1868 is not even an option, Buck.
Oh, it ain't. What the hell is that? What the hell is that last one?
1888, and that was crossed off. You got 1890 or 1889.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got it bigger now. 1889.
Now, Patriot says 1890.
Well, Patriot is a little bit older than I am, so he's probably right. He was probably there.
Pat says 87, and that's not even an option. Ozzy says 90.
Well, Pat's still in the bunker.
Yeah. Pat's in the bunker smoking something. He's giving answers that aren't even an option.
Well, he's been in the bunker so long, you got to add a few years to it.
So we got two for 1890 from the chat. You want to go with that?
Chat knows best.
The Chicago World's Fair happened in this year. Was it 1891, 1901, 1981, or 1893? What year was the Chicago's World Fair?
Why does 1901 sound familiar?
Yeah, 1901. Pretty famous.
In 1947, this player broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball.
Oh, man, it's Jackie Robinson.
The United States entered World War I against Germany in what year? You just had this question already. Was it 1915, 1916, 1920, or 1917?
1917.
This was the year for music, peace, and free love. The Woodstock Festival was the place to be. When?
69.
69, 68, 66, or 65? You said 69. Buck did not hesitate. This was the year for Black Monday on Wall Street. Was it 85, 86, 87, or 90?
All four?
No, it was not all four.
Oh. I'm going to go with 86.
Buck says 86. Do you agree, Jason?
Boy, I don't know. Really don't know on this one.
Me neither.
I just don't like 90. I think things were pretty good in 87, so it's either 85 or 86. So I don't know. Something tells me 85, but I'll go with whatever.
Well, Buck's at 86. The
We got
crowd
a hint.
hasn't. I think you got a hint left. Now you have none. It's either 87 or 90. Ignore the fact that I clicked 90. That was a slip. 87 or 90. Which one?
Yeah, geez, I don't know. It's a guess. The crowd got an answer?
I don't know. So I'm waiting to see. Ozzy said 85, but that's already been eliminated.
Let's go with 87.
Patriot says 87.
I'll go with it.
Pat said 87, but that was a couple questions ago. When it wasn't an option. Who wrote the novel The Last of the Mohicans? Was it Ernest? Oh, Passers by the way says 87. Was it Ernest Hemingway, Nathaniel Hawthorne, James Fenimore Cooper, or Edgar Allan Poe?
Well, I don't think it was Edgar Allan Poe.
Okay.
So that takes care of one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it's Hawthorne.
Okay. Patriot says Cooper. What do you think, Buck?
I was thinking Hawthorne at first. I don't think it's Ernest Hemingway.
We got
No,
the hint.
it's not Hemingway.
We got
You're
one
out
more
of hints.
hint.
No.
You're out of
Out of
hints.
hints.
Pacifist says Cooper. Ozzy says Cooper.
All right.
Yeah, I say Cooper.
All right. So we're going with the audience on that one. Battle of Little Bighorn, 1876. Completion of the First Transcontinental Railroad, 1869. 1865 is when Lincoln was assassinated. Wounded Knee was in 1890. Good job, crowd.
Damn.
The World's Fair, the Chicago World's Fair was in 1893.
Oh, I think they're wrong.
Me too.
1947, it was Jackie Robinson that broke the Keller barrier. The United States entered World War I in 1917, which we already knew from the other quiz. 69 was Woodstock. 87 was Black Monday. Good job, Patriot. You were the first one to come up with that answer. And it was James Fenimore Cooper who wrote The Last of the Mohicans.
Okay.
So the crowd was right again.
Okay, go back up to that one. Right there, the World's Fair. Now, didn't Edison light the Chicago World's Fair with the first light bulbs and shit? That wasn't no 1893. That was 1900. So.
Nope, it was 1893.
I think they're mistaken.
No, because Edison invented the light bulb in the late 1800s. (1893) World's Fair in Chicago.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here.
Okay.
I got another long day tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow sometime.
See you,
I guess somebody going to have a chat tomorrow sometime. All right, bye, everybody.
Yep,
Thanks
have a
for
good
the
night,
invite,
Buck.
Rick.
Yep, no problem. I think what threw you off was there were multiple Chicago World's Fairs. but they were known. The later ones were known as the Columbian Expedition as well. But this one was just the Chicago World's Fair. The one that was just Chicago's World's Fair was in 1893. Oh, Pat's jumping in now. Hello, Pat.
Technicalities.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you all doing tonight?
Fairly well on these quizzes so far.
Awesome. Awesome. I like a little quiz show every once in a while.
Jason's afraid of math. We found that out.
I hate math.
All right, now we got another one. American history dates. This one's average, so it should be better. And what month and year was the Battle of Antietam? Was it June 23rd, 1861, September 17th, 1862, July 15th, 1863, or June 23rd, 2003? Well, we know which one it wasn't.
Right.
Look, man, this one's hard right out of the gate.
Boy, I'm not even trying to guess at this one.
Yeah, you want to use the hint on the very first question?
Gonna have to. And it probably won't help either. Look, no.
It's either September 17th, 1862, or July 15th, 1863.
Let's go with July.
It's the bloodiest single day in U.S. history. The Challenger tragedy occurred on what date? Was it January 26th, 1986, March 16th, 1984, January 28th, 1986, or January 20th, 1985?
Damn, they're making it hard.
Well,
Something about the January 26th sounds familiar.
it was, I think it was in 86, but I just can't remember what day it was in 86.
Yes, I do believe that was 86.
I'm going to go with January 26th.
That's what Jason said too, so we'll pick that one. What day and year did the Boston Massacre happen? Was it February 10th, 1782, March 5th, 1772, March 5th, 1771, or March 5th, 1770? What year did the Boston Massacre happen? I'll give you a hint. It wasn't 1782. The Boston Massacre was one of the main things that eventually would lead to the American Revolution. 1782, the war was already in progress, so it couldn't be 1782.
March 5th, 1770?
What was that, Pat? Sorry, you broke out.
Oh, sorry. March 5th, 1770.
You're saying 1770. Do you agree, Jason?
Yeah, I might as well. I know we got the Challenger one wrong. So
Did you
we
cheat?
know we missed one already.
Did you cheat?
No, I didn't look up the answer till after we already made a choice.
On what date did Custer take his last stand? Yeah. Okay, was it July 3rd or was it July or June 25th, Jason? We already know the year for sure.
Oh, damn, I wasn't looking at the... Yeah, we know the year was 76, but...
Yeah.
July 3rd's too close to July 4th. That doesn't sound right.
July 3rd was the last day of Gettysburg in 1863. I know that.
We better go with June 25th. We're probably going to miss every one on this one.
Ooh. Here's
Does-
interesting.
That's for Americans.
In what month and year was President McKinley assassinated? Was it, and then Teddy Roosevelt became president? Was it June 1902? Well, we know it was in October of 1990. Was it September of 1901 or August of 1910?
It would really help if we knew what year McKinley was president.
Well, we know it wasn't 1990.
Boy, I really feel like a bad American right now because I can't remember any of these days.
Yeah, it's too hard when they give you when you got to work down to the months and everything.
Do you guys need another hint?
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
It's not 1910.
September 1901.
Yeah, good enough.
In what year did a Prince William Sound, Alaska earthquake spark a tsunami? Was it 1987, 1854, 1976, or 1964? Ooh, I don't even know this one.
Wow. I don't.
We'll need the hint button on this one, at least to help.
Patriots said 1901 for the previous one, by the way. And then he also said June 25th, 1876 for Custer. So that leaves 1854 or 1964. Where's Gary when you need him?
Right.
He was alive for both of those dates.
I'm going to say 64.
Yeah, Patriot is saying 64.
Yeah, we'll go 64.
Ozzy says 54. Ozzy would have been alive then, so he might know.
Alaska wasn't part of the U.S. in 1854, right? So, like,
It was a territory.
We wouldn't even have.
No, it wasn't even a territory. It wasn't even a territory yet. It would have been part of Russia, but it doesn't say that it had to be part of the United States.
Yeah, but the news wouldn't even have cared about us if it wasn't us.
Well, it depends on where the tsunami went. In what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Rich.
In what year did the building of the Panama Canal begin? Was it 1857, 1880, 1904, or 1920?
Ooh, damn.
Wow, I am way out of my American history, apparently.
I know this one.
Well, then put it down, Rich.
I can't.
Foreign dates of irrelevant shit that we don't actually.
I'm not allowed, Pat. You guys got to answer.
Okay. Well, Jason.
Patriot is giving us a year that's not even on an option. Pacifist says 1904.
4.
Yeah, I think it's the 1900s, but it's got to be 1904 because 1920 is just too far away. I mean, like, because they built it to be wide enough for our metal battleships to go through it, right? So I say 1904. 1920 seems just too late.
In what year did the 9 African Americans begin the desegregation of Little Rock Central in Arkansas? Was it 1860, 1876, 1987, and 1957? Well, this one should be pretty damn easy to figure out. You just stop and think about it. This was one of the key moments in the civil rights movement. So it only leaves one option if you think about it.
Was Buddy Holly still alive?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, let's go with 57.
Yeah, because Holly died in 59. On what day did Mount St. Helens erupt? Oh, I know this one too. Was it April 23rd, 1965, June 20th, 1978, May 18th, 1980, or July 12th, 1782. Well, we know it's not that one.
Yeah, I know the year. I didn't know the thing, but I'm pretty sure it's 1980.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, year before I was born.
In what month and year did the Battle of Midway occur? Was it June 1942? Well, this one's pretty self-explanatory too. If you
Yeah, with 42 and just put a pin in that one.
yeah, there ain't no way it was 56, 78, or 38.
Yeah, it was the only year for World War II there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That-
only in a technicality, we should say U.S. involvement in World War II. Because the war was starting to get underway in 38, but preliminaries anyway. So specifically in the Pacific, which is where the Battle of Midway was. Japan was had already invaded some of the countries.
Yep.
So,
Okay, well, let me ask you this: since we finished on that World War II question, in World War II, throw a little extra question out there. What year Sorry, I had to scream at my cat. Sorry.
I thought you'd like dropped or something. It's like, in what year? And then dead silence.
Yeah, sorry, I covered up my mic. Sorry. God damn it! Now I'm screaming at cats. Sorry, go ahead. Now I totally lost track.
Battle of Antietam was September 17th, 1862, not July 15th, 1863. Challenger explosion was, you were 2 days off. Boston Massacre was March 5th, 1770. On what date did Custer take his last stand? It was June 25th, 1876. President McKinley was assassinated in September of 1901 and was succeeded by Teddy Roosevelt, who became the youngest president in history.
Probably one of the best.
No, Teddy Roosevelt really wasn't all that great.
Well, compared to what we've got piled up.
Yeah,
Right.
compared to today. Yeah, but
Teddy Roosevelt's responsible for the vast majority of the western part of the country being owned by the federal government.
Yeah, that's the only part I don't like about Teddy. But anyway, continue.
Teddy was a big-time progressive. In what year did a Prince William Sound Alaska earthquake spark a tsunami? It was 1964.
Nice.
What year did the beginning of the Panama Canal take place? It was 1880. The French started it. The Americans took over and finished the job in 1904. Patriot was right when he said it was the French. In what year did the 9 African Americans begin the desegregation of the Little Rock Central in Arkansas? It was 1957. It should say Little Rock Central High School, but yeah. And Mount St. Helens went kaboom and popped like a pimple on May 18th, 1980. June 1942 was the Battle of Midway, which was pretty obvious.
Pretty.
hey, go back. What's that say about the Panama Canal? I just Googled it, and
Wait a minute.
it comes up right now.
Even
It says
what's it on there?
date completed August 15th, 1914. Construction started May 4th, 1904.
Yeah, by the Americans. But
It doesn't say
The
that. It
project-
just says
the project was started by the French before then. They abandoned it. The Americans took up the project in 1904 after the French had abandoned it. So it was already partially dug before the United States took over the job.
Okay, I'm on the Wikipedia thing. We'll see what they say about that.
You can't always go by Wikipedia. They leave out information and change things all the
No,
time.
you can trust Wikipedia. They're 100% fine.
Yeah, man. It even says like the principal engineer of it and everything. 1904.
Yeah,
Construction began 1904.
again, there was 2 different construction periods for the building of the Panama Canal.
Oh, okay. France began work on the canal in 1881, but stopped because of lack of investors.
And then the Americans took over and finished the job in 1904.
Technical question.
Yeah, it's a technicality, but that is technically the correct answer would be. So.
Okay, here's a question. Annual traffic was how much in 1914?
Sure if I know.
1,000 ships. 1,000 ships in 1914. In 2008, how many ships you think go through?
Millions.
14,700.
Oh, that all? I think it would be more
How
than that.
many? How many have went through it total?
Oh, shoot.
Is it as many as McDonald's has sold hamburgers?
Yeah, 333.7 million ships.
That's pretty.
Would you like to try that?
Takes an average of 11 and a half hours to get through it.
Now, the last 2 are difficult and very difficult, so this should be interesting. It is a multiple choice, and the average score is 5 out of 10, so you got to shoot for 5 or more if you want to be average or above average.
Oh, real quick, let me back that up. No, 333 million was how many total tons have went through there. The number of ships is 815,000.
That's not that many.
Well, it takes 11 and a half hours to get through it. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
wanted to
still
clear that up.
It's still faster than going all the way around
Yeah.
South America.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. This was the year that the Knickerbocker Baseball Club wrote the rules of the game. Was it 1845, 1901, 1859, or 1873?
Hey, man, watch your language.
1873.
Are you sure?
No.
At least you're honest.
Oh, they've been playing baseball a long time.
Yeah, they've
This
been playing
was just
baseball a long
writing the
time.
rules.
Right.
Ooh, boy, I'm going to say like 1845, man. All right. Just writing the rules. It's not like the first game. It's the rules.
Now, Patriot says 73. Pacifist says on the Panama Canal one, it depends if a Japanese ship gets stuck or not. No, that's in the Suez Canal. That's
Yeah.
That's across the Atlantic in Egypt.
You getting your canals crossed up there.
I'll never forget Susie's Canal.
Yeah. Patriots taking a complete and total. Guess he said when he said 1873.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Jason said 1845. We got 2 saying 1873.
Well,
Anthony Pacifist says, "Oops." That's
Well,
not
they
an
were-
option.
They were playing football before 1873, and I would believe baseball was around before football. So I'm just saying.
Weren't they playing baseball during the Civil War?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. Do a hint on the very first one. Fuck it.
Wouldn't it be the first time we've done it? Oh, that helped.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Both those years are before the Civil War, at least.
Oh God.
So we got 45 or 59.
See, it's not saying about the first games or anything. It says wrote the rules.
Right.
Damn.
I know baseball been around a while. Ozzy says 45.
Huh?
Might as well
Bark.
might as well go closest to after the Civil War.
Well, they're both before the Civil War, Pat.
Yeah, that's sorry. Before the Civil War. Sorry.
So you would go 59?
I was gonna say 45.
Oh, well, you say closest to the Civil War. That would have been 59.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay.
All right, we'll take our chances.
I'm about half asleep.
So which one are we doing here? 59 or 45?
Somebody flip a coin.
45, man. Ain't that what Ozzy said?
Yeah, Pacifist says 45 as well. So
Okay, them boys probably on Google, so go with it.
yeah, they're probably cheating. At least one of them. And I'm sure we can figure out which one. The one that has an invite in here. This is the year that the Wright brothers flew from. I can't talk. Flew
This
their
is
first
pretty
plane.
easy.
That was at 1900, 1898, 1903, or 1907.
It was 1903. Everybody should know that one.
This is the year that John D. Rockefeller formed Standard Oil. Was it 1870, 1872, 1866, or 1869?
Jeez, everybody ought to know this one too. It's Ohio, man. Standard Oil. It's Ohio.
Well, Mr. Ohio was the answer.
I think it's 1872.
In 1872, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. 400 years before that. No,
Right.
Landed in the Bahamas.
Yeah, because he flew.
Yep, picked up a plane from the Wright brothers and just cruised on down there.
Grabbed him a light bulb at the
Now, this one,
1893 World's Fair.
this is a trick question. Keep in mind, this is the year that George Washington was elected the first president of the United States. Not the year he was inaugurated, the year he was elected. Was it 1787, 1776, 1789, or 1798?
$1787 sounds about right? Or no? Yeah. No.
You want a hint?
Did he get elected twice? Did he get a re-election?
Yes, he was elected twice.
Okay, well, then I'm going to say it's 1789.
Because actually, they asked him to stay on.
Well, they wanted him to be king. The hint I was going to give you, it was the same year that the Constitution was ratified. Now, this, you had the answer. Remember the one where we had to pick. You had to pick which block to put the different dates in, or the different things on the date. You had this answer already. What was the year of the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire? Was it 1911, 1898, 1903, or 1913? Do you remember what year that was, Jason? It was the very first question.
1913.
This was the year that the Sherman Antitrust Act was passed. Was it 1877, 1862, 1890, or 1894? And I do not know, so don't ask me.
I do not even know what the Sherman Antitrust Act is.
That's the Anti-Monopoly Act.
Don't trust Sherman.
That's where.
I thought you were going to. Honestly, I wasn't even looking at the question. I thought you were going to say the Sherman anti-tank round.
Please
That
don't
wouldn't
squeeze
be
the
appropriate
Sherman.
because of the Sherman anti-tank tank.
Please don't
Tank
squeeze the
fire.
Sherman.
That would just be an armor-piercing round, though. So, yeah.
Right. Which wasn't hard on Sherman.
Well, this bill, if I remember correctly, I don't remember what year it was passed, but it was in response to Standard Oil.
Ooh, well then,
Oh, God.
Standard Oil had to have time to piss everybody off. So let's say like 1890.
Good enough.
This is the year the Rosenbergs were executed for espionage. Was it 1959, 1963, 1953, or 1950?
Ooh.
Do you guys know who the Rosenbergs were?
Yeah. I just can't remember the year.
I'm gonna say it's the 50s.
Yeah, they were the ones that stole and sold the nuclear bomb or atomic bomb plans to the Russians.
So I say it's 53 or 50. One or the other.
Okay, what did you say?
What was it? 40. Oh, God damn it. Now I'm trying to remember when the Russians first detonated their first nuclear bomb. Wasn't that in 52? Or was
No,
that in
that's-
58?
What?
We got the hints. Go with the hint on this one. But I
Yeah,
think
no,
it's
so- you got
50.
it.
Nope.
Nope. It's either 53 or 59 when
Well,
they
it's
were
53.
executed.
Oh, executed.
Yeah, not when they were caught, when they were executed.
59.
Oh, they executed them quick after the trial, I'm sure. So 53.
Jason says 53. Pat says 59. The audience isn't saying anything. Patriots making a Monopoly joke. You said that was the rule that you automatically lose if you pick the shoe in Monopoly.
Okay, but wasn't it in 52 that Russia first? Goddamn, wasn't it like really early 50s when Russia detonated their first bomb?
Yeah, but that has no bearing on the question.
Right, but I'm saying finally got leaked out and then got executed.
Well, obviously they were convicted and everything before they were executed. Just, you know.
Right,
In Russia, they would have been executed then convicted.
right. Because everything's ass backwards over there. Oh, I'm going to stick with that one.
In what one?
The 53.
Okay. So you said 53 and Jason said 59, and we haven't gotten anything from the crowd yet.
No, I didn't say 59. I said 53.
Oh, did you? Was it Pat that
Yeah,
said 59 and then he changed his mind?
Because I'm just pretty sure they went through their trial and they were executed rather quickly, man. It's not like they sat in prison for years. I'm pretty sure. So that's what leads me to say 53.
Okay. This was the year the Republican Party was founded. Was it 1831, 1787, 1854, or 1863? I can give you 2 years it wasn't, if that helps.
Boy, I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you or what were you going to say, Pat?
I said, I don't have a clue.
Okay, I'll give you 2 hints here. And it'll eliminate 2 of the years. It's not 1787 and it's not 1863.
Oh.
It might help. It might help.
Jason?
It might help if you remember who the first Republican president was.
Was it Abe Lincoln?
Abe Lincoln was the first Republican president.
Well, it had to be 1831 then, didn't it?
Lincoln was elected in 1860.
Oh,
Yeah, but they could have had. Geez, I don't know. It's either
Maybe.
31 or 54.
Mm-hmm.
Go with the hint.
You want to use the hint?
Might as well. We're on question 8.
Well, guess what? I just clicked the right answer accidentally.
well, there you go.
Yeah, because I told you it wasn't 1863. 1863, the Civil War was already in full effect. You couldn't the Republican Party couldn't possibly be formed after the first Republican president was elected, right?
Very true.
The GI Bill was passed in this year. Was it 1945, 1944, 1943, or 1946? Now, by the way, Ozzy and Patriot both said 1854 for the previous question.
Okay, this one you got to figure out, but I'm going to say it's 1944 because it was FDR who signed that.
He could have signed it at the beginning of 45 or 43. But you want to go with 44? What do you think, Pat?
Sounds good to me.
All right. This was what?
I said, sounds good, but probably wrong. But
Because dude died at the beginning of 45. So he'd already had to sign. It wasn't like the last thing he ever did.
Patriot's asking what the question was. The question was the GI Bill was passed in this year. Was it 1945, 1944, 1943, or 1946? Wait for the delay and see if Patriot puts a number out there.
Okay.
What?
Or the actual war was over.
No, I don't think the war was over when he did it.
Patriot says 43.
No, before. Wasn't it?
What? You
60.
broke up.
I suck at words.
Your connection's not very good, Pat, right now.
Go ahead and use a. How many hints we got left? None?
I don't know if you got any left. No, you're out of hints. Yeah, you both said 44 and Patriot says 43. You want to move on? You want to stick with that answer?
Yeah, you can't trust a blind guy.
Yeah, I know. The blind guy that was in here hasn't said a word. Oh, he left. So that would help. I guess he was having too much problem with his kids.
Who, me?
No, not you.
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
You guys were breaking up that time.
No, it was you.
Okay. Sure.
Well, I heard Jason fine, and he heard me fine, but you're the one that we didn't hear fine, and the one that said that we couldn't hear us, so it had to be you. Process of elimination.
No, that's fine. I don't doubt it because my internet connection has sucked the last like 3 days straight.
Okay.
So I'm surprised I even got connected.
Yeah. Patriot typoed the first time. He meant 44. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are unanimous on saying 44 then. And Ozzy's not saying anything. So. Anyway, last question. This was the year that Clara Barton founded the American Red Cross. Was it 1862, 1872, 1867, or 1881?
Well, she started the Red Cross during the Civil War, so it's got to be 1862.
Yeah, I was going to give, if you needed a hint, that was the hint I was going to give you.
Yeah.
He started it during the Civil War.
No, that's actually the one I feel most positive about.
The Knickerbocker Baseball Club wrote their rules in 1845.
Knew it all along.
The Wright brothers' first flight was in 1903. John D. Rockefeller formed Standard Oil in 1870, not 1872.
I told you, I should have known that. It's a high.
You're the one that got it wrong. Mr. Ohio.
Hey, man, don't blame me. I wasn't alive back then.
But you're the one that said everybody should know it. And that it was an Ohio thing.
Yeah. Well,
So
if
it's your
everybody
fault.
knew it, then I'd know it too, and then we'd be all right, wouldn't we?
And Washington was elected in 1789. The
Oh.
Triangle Shirtwaist Fire was in 1911, not 1913. You should have known that one, Jason. You had that variation of that question like 3 times now.
It was still smoldering.
No. I wonder what number that holds significance to.
The Sherman Antitrust Act was in 1890. Good guess, Jason. This was the year the Rosenbergs were executed. It was 1953.
Yes.
They went to the electric chair.
Yep.
Republican Party was founded in 1854. GI Bill was in 1944.
What?
And it was for returning soldiers from World War II. And it says the American Red Cross was founded in 1881.
Oh, I fucking can't believe that.
She was acting as a nurse during the Civil War, apparently. But they said, because I could have swore they said we were always taught the American Red Cross was founded in 1862.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm wondering if this is one of those technicalities where it wasn't officially incorporated until 1881.
The actual paperwork and everything sent and everything done. I could have before. Okay. Anyway, well, it is what.
Because it says that they Sense of Duty called her to act during the American Civil War. I'm going to say 1862 is right because that's what we were always taught.
Yeah, because like the whole idea was they were nurses, and like it didn't matter if you were Confederate or Union or not, right? It was just the nurses and the wounded soldiers. So I thought for sure that was Civil War.
Even if we do consider that wrong, you still were 2 points above average on that one, and that was supposed to be a difficult quiz. So still did fairly well on it.
My brain's 2% bigger.
You got a passing score, whereas most people didn't.
Let me look at the American Red Cross. Is that what they're saying it is?
Yeah.
American Red Cross.
The picture says they mailed the paperwork in by the Pony Express, so it took a bit. Yeah, especially since the Pony Express went out of service in 1860. The American Civil War killed the Pony Express. So did the railroad, but yeah.
Right.
Got one quiz left.
There's a lot of conflict on that one. I'm not sure that one's right.
I can't even find it on Google. It's all about like modern day American Red Cross wanting me to donate blood and shit.
Did you type in when was the American Red Cross founded?
No, I just put in American Red Cross.
And Patriot said that's why it took so long. Yeah, I mean, if the Pony Express was no longer in service and they sent a Pony Express, yeah, it was going to take a hell of a long time.
Oh, yeah, it says May 21st, 1881. So I wonder if there was something else going on during the Civil War.
Yeah, I'm thinking that 1881 date is when it officially was incorporated. that she founded it beforehand, but had never incorporated it officially.
But I tell you what, the American Red Cross headquarters in Washington D.C. is a big badass building. About looks like the White House.
That doesn't surprise me.
Now the next one says is very difficult, so we'll see. On what date did Henry Ford introduce the Model T? Was it September 21st, 1909, July 23rd, 1906, August 12th, 1910, or October 1st, 1908?
1908 stands out for some reason.
Okay, all I heard was something about 1908.
Yeah, that one for some reason stands out.
Yeah, 1908 sounds about right.
When did William Penn arrive in Pennsylvania? Was it 1682, 1676, 1678, or 1689? I used to know this, and by God, I can't remember. See, Jason gets the Ohio one wrong, and I can't remember the Pennsylvania one. We're batting 1,000.
Either way, it was a long ass time ago.
Yes, it was.
You got to do a hint on this one already, because that's just we just need a 50-50 guess
All
here.
right, you got 1682 or 1678.
I don't know. You're all there from the out east, so I'm going to leave that to you two.
Shit, I'm from Pennsylvania, and I can't fucking remember. The best part, it says when the state was founded, the colony on the fucking state flag too. It has the year established. I'm wanting to say 1678, but I'm not sure.
Well, don't look at me because I have no clue.
I gotta go back over and let Jason back in. He got kicked out. Did you hit the wrong button or something, Jason?
Yeah, I might have hit the camera button. That makes me get kicked out because I don't have a camera.
I don't have a.
Well, we're at 1682 or 1678, Jason. I'm thinking 1678.
Okay, 78 be alright.
When was Boulder Dam completed? Never, because it wasn't Boulder Dam until after it was completed. Because they changed it from Hoover's name and everybody threw a fit, so they changed it back again.
Yep.
But they're saying 1942, 1938, 1935, or 1939. It was completed in the 1930s. It was
Yeah,
not
it was
completed
in the
during World
30s.
War II.
Jeez, it's so tough.
That would have been fairly early in the 30s too, wouldn't it? Because wasn't that started by Hoover?
Yeah, I'd say 35. That's the earliest of the 30s there.
Yeah, but
38 and 39 is too close to World War II.
Yeah,
Yeah.
39, and it was the war in Europe had already started in 39. That was the year the war in Europe started officially.
Yeah, I'd say 35 because just for the because they actually finished under budget and under schedule on that.
Ooh, this one's going to be a hard one. When was the Mormon Church organized? April 23rd, 1830, July 30th, 1830, June 12th, 1830, or April 6th, 1830? I don't know.
Well, I bet it was 1830.
Yeah, it was 1830. That's for sure. It was definitely in 1830.
Why would they do that? All of them 1830.
I'm not Mormon. I don't have the foggiest idea.
Throw a dart at it.
I barely know that it was John Smith that did it, and he was like the Christian equivalent of Muhammad. Both of them complete and total nutcases.
Wasn't it Brigham Young started
No,
the movement? Oh,
no.
okay.
Brigham Young just is the one that founded the largest church in founded
okay.
Utah.
John Smith's the one that found the golden
Uh-huh.
book. Okay.
Yeah, he was the prophet of the church.
April 6th.
Yeah, the golden whatever pages, the golden.
Yeah. What did you say, Pat?
April 6th.
You're guessing April 6th? Okay.
Yep, I'm just guessing.
Or you're secretly a Mormon and you just don't want to admit it.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm not.
Next question. What year was Donnie Marie's first hit?
You know, this one is a hell of a lot easier. One was, because they give us different years. One was gold discovered in California. Was it January 12th, 1846, January 24th, 1848, March 18th, 1842, or July 3rd, 1850?
Well, wasn't they called the 49ers?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, but that's a misnomer because it actually happened the year before.
Yeah, so it's 48.
48.
Yeah.
Well, it took time for people to get there and the news to travel. So.
When did the strike of 400,000 mine workers take place? I don't know. Was it April 15th, 1932, or April 20th, 1950, April 30th, 1948, or April 1st, 1946? I don't know.
Well, I doubt if they striked during World War II.
Well, that's good because none of those years were during World War II.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well,
I'm going to say right.
They either strike before or after World War II.
Uh-huh. They could have. That first one was just about the Korean War.
This is kind of a weird question. Like, I'm sure they striked more than once, right, in their history. So.
Yeah, but maybe this was the largest mine worker strike ever.
And it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna say right after.
So you want to say 46?
Well, now wait a minute. I think I remember the mine strike, and didn't like somebody send in like armed men to break up the fight?
Wasn't that was an earlier strike though? That was in West Virginia. They sent in the National Guard to break up the strike. And
No, I mean like not National Guard, more like mercenaries was hired. I mean,
yeah, they did that too. There was the mercenary. You had the mine owners, and then you had the National Guard, and they were opening up on the mine workers with machine guns.
I'm gonna say this was 1932, man, the earliest date.
Yep, go for it.
There's just something about I think I've seen reenactments or whatever, and they're holding like lever guns and shit and stuff like that. So I'm saying it's early.
The West Virginia strike is why we have the law in West Virginia that gun stores are not allowed to display guns in the store windows, because people that were striking would go and break the store windows and take the guns out of the window and go take the guns to the mine to fight the guards and the National Guard.
Yeah. Well, they should have passed a law that said they all had to put them in the windows then. Sound like a convenient place for me.
Right.
When was John Steinbeck's novel The Grapes of Wrath first published? Was it in 1937, 1938, 1939, or 1940?
Jeez, man, we're at 7. Go ahead and hit a hint.
That leaves you with 1. So it's either 39 or 40.
I'm trying. Damn it! I should know this.
I would tell you that the book takes place during the Great Depression, but that really wouldn't help.
I'm gonna say 39. For some reason, that's stuck in my because I did read it.
I've seen the movie. The movie was really good with Henry Fonda.
Yeah, the movie wasn't bad. For some reason, 39 is stuck in my brain. But I'm pretty solid on 39.
I am not a musical fan, so this one is.
Yeah.
Where's Snob? I mean, this is right up his alley. When did Oklahoma appear on Broadway? Was it March 23rd, 1942, April 4th, 1945, July 30th, 1944, or March 31st, 1943?
It was in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, pretty much a guarantee.
And all during World War II.
Anybody in the chat want to guess at this one?
In fact, they were all before FDR died. Not by much. That April 4th one's cutting it close. But I don't even know if anybody's on the chat. Nobody said anything more. It says there's 3 people watching still. 4 people.
I'm gonna say 43. I'm probably wrong, but oh well.
Yeah, we need Snob. This is right. Like I said, this is right up his alley. When did Neil Armstrong land on the moon? And they're all from '69. Was it July 1st, July 20th, July 30th, or July 10th?
Well, damn.
Didn't we already have this? Or was
Yeah,
this
but nobody pays attention to the month and the day.
That's what I'm saying. Was it just the year that we had that you had the answer before? Shit, where's Gary? He'd know.
Yeah.
Or Ozzy. Come on, Ozzy. This is your childhood. If you're still out there.
Okay. Well, since we're kind of stuck on this question, I will give you all another question on this particular subject. The first saying, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. What was the second phrase said on the moon?
Oh shit! As Neil Armstrong slipped and fell and tripped down the stairs.
What the fuck is that parked over there? That's what they said when they first got off.
Why is there a transformer over there?
Is that Megatron?
Yabba dabba doo.
So look at all the UFOs over there.
No shit, look it up. Yabba dabba doo.
I don't know, man. Something about 20 sounds about right. July 1st is too close to the 4th of July. I'd say it's either July 10th or July 20th. July 30th don't sound right.
Yeah, you said July 1st is too close to the 4th of July, but that could be with intent.
They would have... If they was going to do it for that, they would have landed on the 4th. They could have done that just as easy. So I think it's like the 20th or the 10th or something. 30th of July is almost like being there in August. Yeah.
So which one are we going with?
Oh, yeah. It's probably July 1st, knowing my luck. I don't know.
Jeez,
We got any hints left? I
don't know.
Oh.
It's either the 30th or the 20th.
I go with the 20 because
Yeah.
30
Your
just
first guess was
doesn't
the
sound
20th.
Yeah, 30 just don't sound right at all.
When did Nixon formally resign? Was it September 17th, 1974, August 8th, 1974, January 25th, 1975, or June 12th, 1975? I'll give you a hint. If you guys remember when I was born, it wasn't too long after I was born. If you guys remember what my birthday is, because you two both should have heard me say it before.
Do we got one more hint left?
Nope, you're out of hints.
Fuck, I can't remember my birthday half the time.
I don't know. I used all my brain power for trying to guess the moon landing, so I haven't recharged yet.
Well,
I don't even know if it was 74 or 75. 75 was the end of Vietnam, right?
Yep.
Ford was president then, right?
A August.
Bet it was late summer of 74.
well, I think Pat just said he thinks it's August 8th. So do we want to go with that?
Yeah, why not?
And I'll give you a hint. I was born in 74.
Late summer 74. Ooh.
Model T was October 1st in 1908. William
There you
Penn,
go.
no, it was 1682. Damn it. So we both got our own states wrong. Our home states wrong. Boulder Dam, 1935.
Nice.
Mormon Church, April 6th, 1930.
Oh,
Again,
I got it.
gold discovered in California. Yeah, that was pretty much a given since it was the only year that was in the day that was in 1848.
Yeah, the year before.
Oh, 1946 for the strike.
Oh, it was after.
Okay, what does Philippines giving independence got anything to do?
It was the
Well-
same year. It's the same year.
Are they giving us a hint for another question? When did the Philippines get their independence?
That wasn't a question I was asked.
No, it will be on one of the other questions.
No.
One of the other
Yeah.
tests.
Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath was published in 1939. Good job, Pat.
Yes. Awesome. I was hoping I got that one right.
Got Oklahoma right, too. Complete
Oh.
total guess, but I don't remember which one of you said it, but you got it right.
A total whiff on my part. I was just like, yep, stab that one.
And it was July 20th, 1969.
All right. Awesome job, Jason.
And August 8th, 1974. Like I said, not too long after my birth, which was March 15th, 1974.
Damn, that's a good one, Jason.
You crushed the average.
I don't think I guessed on Nixon one.
No, you did. That's the one.
You guessed it, Pat, and then Jason
Yeah.
just agreed with you.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue on Nixon.
I knew it, but I couldn't. I'm not the one answering the questions. But yeah, you guys crushed it. 8 out of 10.
Damn.
You
doing-
doubled you doubled up on the average, and that would be a B. So you guys did pretty good on that one. This was supposed to be a very difficult one, so give yourselves a pat on the back on that one.
Okay, where's Pat giving Jason a pat on?
So all we missed was the coal mine strike and
The Pennsylvania.
William Penn, huh?
Yeah,
Not
Yeah.
too bad.
I think the West Virginia strike is what threw us, because the West Virginia strike is the one where they had the militia, or not militia, but the mercenaries and the National Guard and everything.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm thinking of a steel strike and not a.
No, that was a coal miner strike.
Coal
the one you
miner
were
strike.
thinking of. Yeah.
I remember when they had, like, the boss of the union or somebody sent guys with guns and shit.
Mm.
They did, and actually, same.
You know, I was thinking that West Virginia one was even before 1932 because that's where that's where redneck, according to one of the legends, comes from. Because the miners all wore red bandanas around their neck to show solidarity with each other.
But that was also the bombing of
What?
started.
Okay, say that again.
That was the first incident where the bombing of U.S. citizens actually took place.
Tulsa?
If you look at
Somebody yawning.
Oh, that was me. Sorry. Didn't know I was on mute.
Yeah, I can't hear what. Yeah, Pat, you're breaking up way too bad right now.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I think that was the first incident where planes actually dropped bombs on U.S. citizens. They were throwing out grenades.
Yeah, but it wasn't the military. The first time U.S. military intentionally dropped bombs on on U.S. soil, not in testing. It was along, I forget which river it was, but the river was frozen, and it was causing this town to flood. So they dropped bombs on the ice to break up the ice and stop the flooding. That was during World War II, if I remember correctly. History guy, history deserves to be remembered. You go back a couple of weeks on his channel, had a video about it.
Wasn't that when they had that really bad snowstorm in the plains?
Uh-huh.
They were trying to jam the river because it was.
Yeah.
God damn it! Which state was that? Was that in Wyoming or Colorado?
I don't remember where it was. Could have been Missouri. It was somewhere out there in the Midwest area, and the river was like frozen over. So in one spot, and there was a big ice jam broke off and formed a dam, and it was flooding this whole town. So they had to use the bomber, like B-17 or Mitchell or one of the I forget which one, to drop bombs to break up the ice.
Yeah. Yep. I know which one you're talking about. I just can't remember the river and what state they did it in.
Trying to find a good movie. You guys want to do movie quotes?
Oh, Rich buddy, I'm gonna have to bail out, man.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I just noticed it's midnight. Yeah. So yeah, we can do this late. We can do this some other time. That movie quote looks interesting.
Making your head scratch a little bit there. So that's for sure.
All right. So anything you want to plug before we get out of here, Jason? Anything you got coming up on the channel or anything?
Nah, I got nothing. It's just good to hang out with you, man. Thanks for the invite.
Yep.
Hope everybody remembers tomorrow. Hope you all have a good day. And we'll see you around soon.
Yep. These quizzes are always fun to do. I've enjoyed when we've done them, so we're definitely gonna do more of them. That's for sure.
We need a bracket sometime.
Yeah. We haven't done one of those in a while. The last one of those we did like Christmas a couple of years ago or something.
Yeah.
We did the old shittiest Easter candy.
And then we also had the one with the handguns.
Yeah.
I just don't remember which one was the most recent. So, what about you, Pat? Anything you want to plug? Anything coming up on your channel or anything you want to throw out there?
Yeah. Actually, I got a couple things I would like to plug. Thunder on the Prairie. in Firth, Nebraska is coming up really soon. Actually,
next weekend, right?
Yep. Got hopefully pretty good turnout coming out from what I've been told. It's going to be pretty good turnout for the first year, and they've got some giveaways and some prizes, and sounds like it's going to be a really good time. I'm actually headed there myself, so first time I've ever been to I don't know if you want to call it a YouTube shoot or what, but it's a bunch of content creators are going to be there, and just having fun, just shooting videos and having fun with guns, just the way, just awesome time. And just got done with another video. It was an impromptu video on my Monstrum tactical build on my Smith & Wesson AR-15 Sport 2, and it was kind of a down and dirty video, but hopefully after Thunder on the Prairie, I'll be able to actually put that gun on paper. And it's been a fun build. I've actually really had a lot of fun building that gun up and just kind of swapping parts in and out and having a good time, just kind of messing around with stuff. So visit me at Patton and Bunker. So thanks for having me on, Rich. Had fun tonight. Had never done one of these little quiz deals tonight, so really got the old head of scratching a little bit.
Yeah, we've done a few of these over the last few weeks. U.S. history, and they even have pro wrestling ones that we've done on the wrestling show. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, sorry I haven't been on your show for a while. We literally just got done putting in the last of the crops today.
Yeah, I figured it was probably something like that.
Yeah, the last month has been, actually last month and a half has been pretty dang busy, but hopefully things will start slowing down a little bit and I'll be able to join all you guys out there and have some fun again. So I do miss it, because I miss hanging out with all you guys.
Yeah, but that website we were getting the quizzes from, I found that 2 months ago, I think now, and we've done quite a few of the quizzes on there. It's been an interesting thing when we've done those. So. We didn't have Kingpin here complaining about them tonight, though.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It kind of gets everybody's the gears turning in everybody's heads is to remember.
Kingpin always complains that they're rigged.
Yeah. Everybody complains about that.
Jokingly complains that they're rigged, but he's always, see, told you, rigged question.
Yep. But no, it was a good time. Thanks for having me on, Rich. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. And on that note, we will bid everybody adieu for this week, and hope y'all have a good week. And again, remember what tomorrow's all about. And if you got a cemetery with veterans and whatnot interred there, go pay your respects. And those are without those people, we may not have the freedoms we have now. So keep that in mind. And while you're out there having your hot dogs and every hamburgers and whatnot tomorrow that are traditional. So yeah. And on that note, have a good night, everybody, and we will catch you at some point during the week. Yep. So leave you with the following outro window.
Stay safe. Carry your weapon.
Mm.